This is the 2025 NBBA World Series of Beep Baseball, presented by Mind's Eye Radio and the Lighthouse for the Blind of St. Louis, and sanctioned by the National Beep Baseball Association. It is day 4, Friday, here at Glen Ed Complex in Edwardsville, Illinois, on the campus of Southern Illinois University. We are on Field 4, and we have the Winners Bracket Final. Winner of this game will move on to the championship game. The loser would have to play later today for a shot at playing for a championship tomorrow. The last two standing undefeated in the bracket. Last year's world champion BSO Philly Fire, riding what is now a 14-game World Series winning streak dating all the way back to last year when they went 8-0. They're 6-0 at this point. And the Indy Thunder, who are riding high after a thriller of a semifinal win over their crosstown rivals, the Indy Edge, 29-28, on that walk-off by Gerald Dykes. We are at Field 4, as we were yesterday. This is your first of two Game of the Day streams. DB David Benny, alongside my play-by-play partner, as always, Rosina Foster. Graham Mathena and Live Event Productions is streaming this game and producing it for you. And Rosina, it is warming up, but we've got a fire going on the third baseline, and we've got Thunder on the first baseline, and this is a dream matchup if you're a Beep baseball fan.
So we did just have the coin toss, and it looks like Philly won, and I believe they chose home. So, yep, that is confirmed. Philly is the home team, so they will be out in the field as they run back over to the bench to get fired up to take on some defense. Pat Krause is out measuring all the way to the 40-foot line to make sure that that is indeed accurate. And as we get ready for this, since the Thunder will be up first, let's go over their lineup. It's going to look a little bit like what it did before, just with one small change. We've got Cody Jeffers batting first, Zach Bueller, Gerald Dykes as the designated hitter, Justin Holland, Aaron C., and back for Tyler Rodriguez, rounding things up for the Thunder.
Tyler Rodriguez was a Philly Fire player the last few years and helped lead them to a championship last year. But of course, prior to that, he won 5 championships with the Indy Thunder. So he's got 6 total, including last year. Now he's back with the Thunder. He moved back. He's back home, and he is available after being unavailable up until today. That's a huge addition. So they're so stacked now. Kyle Lewis, who has a home run in this World Series, isn't even in their starting lineup. Adam Rodenbeck, by the way, is the flex player for the DH Gerald Dykes, who is the hero of the Winners semifinal win over the Edge.
When the Fire comes in at the bottom of the first, their lineup is going to look a little something like this. Justin Rhines, Mike Coughlin, John Margist, Scott Hogwood, Sean Walker, and Casey Krause. More cheering and music going on over at the Fire bench. They are notorious for having music playing during their games. Measurements are now done and over. Fire are wearing their red jerseys with black sleeves that have a large baseball on the front. And the Thunder is wearing their navy jerseys with white sleeves with Thunder in white, with the tail of the T a jagged lightning slash.
The Fire are coached by their pitcher, Pat Krause, and of course, the Thunder, pitcher Jared Woodard, coach Darnell Booker, household names all around, both sides of the field. If you follow Beep Baseball, it's likely that you have heard of every player that's going to be in this game. As you would expect for a game of this caliber, the Indy Thunder, undefeated on the season at 24-0, know, the Philly Fire haven't lost a World Series game in 2 years, and this pitching matchup, you don't get any better than Pat Krause and Jared Woodard. Of course, they faced each other last year at the World Series, and Pat Krause got the better of Jared that day, and then they were the starting pitchers for last year's All-Star Showcase, and Pat Krause swept the weekend, winning 3. So, and Jared, and of course the Thunder have beaten the Fire twice this year, but without the Fire at full strength. So we'll just have to see what happens here. Obviously, with teams of this caliber, you're going to have great defense, great hitting, solid base running, and so it's really going to come down to, can the Philly Fire and Pat Krause match the Thunder contact for contact? You know the Thunder are going to put the ball in play. They've done it at over a 90% clip since their first championship in 2016, and Pat Krause has just been on a roll the last couple of seasons. So the Fire got here yesterday with a 17-12 win over the hometown Gateway Archers, who will be playing the Indy Edge right now. Of course, the Thunder beat the Edge, so the Archers and the Edge have played their way back. As you hear the Thunder revving it up on the first base sideline, and we'll take a minute and listen to them.
Thunder roll.
Case closed, let's go. And that was a chant they came up with during their unbelievable really run in 2017 of 7 straight wins to a title after losing one early, and they've really never abandoned it. And you know what you get with the Thunder. The Philly Fire have been a little up and down this week. They had to walk off the Boston Renegades on Wednesday evening in a quarterfinal game, or their road here would have been a lot tougher, but then they looked good against the Gateway Archers, knocking them off. And as we said, the Archers getting ready to play the Edge. Now, the loser of that game will finish in 4th place. The winner of that game will play the loser of this game at 2 o'clock this afternoon in the winner's bracket elimination final, or 3rd place game, if you will. So one of these teams will be done and move on to tomorrow, and the other will have to win once today and then twice tomorrow, as we are in double elimination, and both of these teams come in with unblemished records.
And just a quick thank you to all our volunteers who are out here. Our umpire is Jaden, and we also have assisting Jordan, and I'm trying to see who else we have. We have Missy Lykowski on scorekeeping.
That's Jaden Price, the plate umpire, and Jordan Simpson, the field umpire.
And it looks like the Fire are just getting ready to head on out into the field. We've got Jared with his helmet on, waiting at the pitcher's mound, joking with Scott Hogwood and Sean Walker as they head out into the field. Casey Krause giving Darnell Booker a hug, as well as Jared on his way to the field.
Darnell Booker was elected by the membership as the next first vice president and tournament director. He will take office a couple weeks after the World Series, so we congratulate Coach Booker. He's done just about everything else there is to do in this sport, and now he is in line to be directing the 50th anniversary World Series coming up next year. This is the 49th annual World Series of Beep Baseball. Just to give you an idea where we're at, we started on Tuesday with 19 teams, all alive for a shot at the title. We are now down to only 4. We had 6 this morning. 2 more were eliminated in the 8 o'clock round. And after this game today and the game over on Field 3, we will be down to 3. But these two teams, one of them knows they're going to play tomorrow with a win. The other one is going to have another game today. So regardless of the outcome, this won't be the end of the road. But boy, you'd really like to go into tomorrow only needing to win one, especially with the temperatures and the heat index what it is. We're already up to 87 degrees by my latest check about 10 minutes before game time. Here as we approach 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time. And again, we are in Edwardsville, Illinois, USA, but we welcome everybody from around the country and around the world. This is the game a lot have been waiting for, and we're getting ready to go. So kick back and enjoy. This is the type of thing you only see at the pinnacle of our beat baseball season, which is the World Series.
It's as good as it gets right here. We do have Cody Jeffries up as Jaden goes over last-minute instructions. He's going to check the field. Just about ready to start this. We have hot, still air currently. Few clouds, but you would never know it by the feel of this brutal heat. Getting the field check. And we are ready to go. First pitch of the Thunder versus Fire.
Game on in the undefeated Friday game.
Set, ready, hit.
High pop up into deep center right as he runs for first. It is way out there. Sean Walker running for the ball, and he is going to be safe. That is a run. First one for the game up on the board. Cody Jeffries for the Thunder.
Well, that didn't take long, did it, Rosina?
Well, it took a little while to come down, but it didn't take a while for the run.
First pitch, right up the middle, in the air. Good start for the Thunder.
Zach Bueller.
Bueller hit a home run on Tuesday.
That ball was quite warbly.
Yeah, they're going to have to replace it. Cody Jeffries put such a charge into it with the first swing of the game that they are going to have to get a new ball. $37 per piece the balls cost. NBBA.org/donate if you want to help us out. That was an expensive start to the game, but a good start for the Thunder. Zach Bueller homered against the Comets on Tuesday.
Bases, please.
First and third.
Here we go. Set, ready, hit. Right,
And strike as it goes just under the bat.
set, ready, hit.
And it's going to be a foul pop up to the right. Megan Vink already coming up on that, but no need.
He's on top of the bat, so if he does it again, they'll get air.
Set the field. Here we go.
Bat resting on the shoulder at ease and taking that pass.
Ready, kid. Ready.
Airtime will be a premium in this game because Kraus and Coghlan will get anything near him.
And hard fly ball past John Marr just as he's down that baseline and taking out third as he slides on his side. That's a run for Zach Bueller as we go 2-0 for the Thunder at the top of the first.
So 2 up and 2 basically no doubters. And that's how you take one of the better front lines you're going to see in beat baseball with Casey Kraus and Mike Coghlan. That's how you take them out of the game, hit it over their head. Justin Rhines and Sean Walker aren't bad either, but when you get airtime like that, that was up the middle over Margis. That was a shot. Gerald Dykes.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Gerald's ready for the pitch.
Set, ready, hit.
High pop-up, almost same placement, a little closer, dropping right in front of Scott Hogwood. He turns around, grabs it, and he has it. Scott Hogwood for the out.
Hey, that was a great play by Hogwood. I thought that was going to be a run as well. Another high one up toward the middle, and Hogwood turned around. Hogwood picked that and picked it quickly. Great play, Scott Hogwood. They're going to need some of those, Rosina.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to drop behind him, and he took a couple steps back, dropped right in front of him, and went down to his knees. Picked that baby right up. Justin Holland wearing the star-spangled socks.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Quite patriotic of him.
Yeah, he has the red, white, and blue arm sleeves as well.
Right in front of you, Aaron. Here you go. Sorry. Set, ready, hit.
high, super high pop-up's going to be short left. And Casey coming up on that. Is he going to beat him out? He's not. It's going to be a run for Justin Holland. That thing had all the airtime you could ask for.
It was like a little pitching wedge right up the elevator shaft, and by the time it came down, Casey, who's as good as it gets at his position, not enough time to make the play. I want to be on Justin Holland's team. And he's just so fun to watch, and he's such a good dude.
Bases, please. Thank you.
Aaron C.
Thank you. Here we go.
He's another banger.
I'm going to wait for this moving truck going by on the street. Jared watches it goes by, and we are now ready. Aaron C. pulling that bat up. And that's going to be a strike.
Big swing. You heard the whoosh of his bat come through the zone.
And a foul as it rolls off the top of the bat to Booker's mitt.
Yep. Booker, in addition to coaching, he also catches Jared Woodard.
Taking that pass. Quick tap to home plate before bringing the bat back up. And a grounder over into right. Megan Fink laying down. It goes down under. Sean Walker has passed him, and Aaron C. is at first. That is a run for Aaron C. It is now 4-0 Thunder, still at the top of the first.
Well, that's the first ground ball of the game in 5 batters, but it went to the right field side, got by Megan, and Walker wasn't able to get it. So if you're going to hit a ground ball, you pick that spot there close to the line, and he went oppo. 4 out of 5 in early. Thunder rolling in the first.
And here's what a lot of people have been waiting to see. Here is Tyler Rodriguez at the plate.
Playing for his former and current championship team against his former world championship fire team.
And a strike. He's got some of the brightest yellow cleats and then SpongeBob socks.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And just over the top.
Did you say SpongeBob socks?
SpongeBob
It's a colorful team for sure.
Bat at ease on the shoulder as he takes that pass.
His first at-bat of the World Series. He's hitting over 700 for the season at local tournaments.
And it's going to be foul rolling right to your left. And
Just out of my reach.
our base operator reached down to grab that.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a grounder up the middle going past the first two. And that is going to be, I believe, yep, that is going to be John Margis with that put out.
One All-Star puts out another. They were teammates last year, and Margis was the batting champion for the Philly Fire, and Tyler Rodriguez was their defensive ace. That battle won by Margis. 2 outs, 4 in for the Thunder. Now back to the top, and Jeffries. He scored on one swing his first time up.
On that one, it went right up the middle. Scott Hogwood and Casey Krause both coming over, throwing down. It went right between them, but it didn't get past John.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Last time, Cody put a little too much thunder on that ball and killed it. So let's see what happens here.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And a bouncing line drive going past Casey. It's going to Justin Ryan, but Justin had him. Justin.
Oh, that was
Rhines.
close. Ryan's one of the better left fielders you're going to see as well. Well, I don't know, but they called him out. 3 outs. So 3 putouts for the Fire defense by 3 different players. 4 runs in. 4-0.
0. Bottom of the first. Philly moved in very quickly off of the field. We're conferring. He is conferring. So we're going to double check on that run. He's checked with third base. He's headed on over to first.
Hold the phone as they're going to talk about it.
He is out, yes. Justin Rhines with that out. Philly going to be coming up for their first at-bat of this game. And again, he'll be started out with Justin Rhines, who just had that out that he delivered upon. Now he's going to see if he can get a run.
Uncanny. We've seen that all week. You see it in baseball. Uncanny how you make the last out of an inning and you're the first one up to bat. It just seems to work that way a lot.
Thunder now taking the field, pulling blindfolds down across their faces.
And if I know the Thunder, they're probably, you've seen Cody Jeffries play that short left position, but they may put Tyler there now that he is available with C and Bueller behind him.
Cody is still short right. It looks like Tyler is probably moving over to short left.
Yes, that's exactly right. Jeffries was in short left if we're talking about the third base side. So you're going to have Rodriguez, C, and Bueller on the left. And you're going to have Jeffries with Holland deep and Rodenbeck likely middle.
Yep, that is exactly how they are set. Doing their count out as Justin stands just back from home plate with a couple tosses there by Pat for his first pitch of this game.
And that looks like Mark Flat spotting in right field. I'm not sure who's in left.
All right, we're setting the field.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, we have a...
All right, bases, please.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Had some noise from another field, I
There
think.
you go.
Tyler hopping up and down out in the field. Pat saying, don't do me any favors.
Ryan's a lot of speed.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top of the bat.
So this team is speed at the top, power in the middle, and speed at the bottom. With power. Casey's got both.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top.
Left field everywhere now.
Mike Ricardo sitting on a 5-gallon bucket as the catcher.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And that's on the ground just past Tyler's. Aaron C. lays down on top of it, and he has it. That is going to be Aaron C. with that put out on the first batter, Justin Rhines of the Fire.
You can't put the ball on the ground into the Thunder defense. They're going to pick it up at every position. Aaron C. is one who's improved remarkably since coming over to the Thunder. You can tell he practices a lot. He used to be, in fact, more of a DH for the edge option. Now he's right in the heart of their defense over there on the third base side.
All right, we're setting the field.
Mike Coughlin, up left-handed batter.
Thank you. Here we go.
Just stepping back off of the plate as he gets set.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a high pop-up ball. It's going to be going right to Aaron C. Can he get to it? Time has passed him. They're scrambling. Tyler's coming back to get him, and he's going to be safe. The first run up for the Fire is going to go to Mike Coughlin, as this is now a 4-1 game, bottom of the first.
Got it in the air and went opposite field. And Jared's absolutely right. That's a tweener, and it got between them. So it's 4-1 now.
John Marges, number 17. Pat heckling Booker about his everywhere comments.
Is there anybody else? Is there somebody in this league that you might say somewhere?
Somewhere. Elsewhere?
Nowhere.
Come on, Johnny. We're setting the field. All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
John getting
Here we
that
go.
base check. Feeling the back edge of home plate.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And pop fly as it goes to left center. Zach Bueller scrambling for that.
Got
He
him.
got it. Zach Bueller for that put out on John Margist.
That is the difference between really both of these teams and a lot of the other teams that aren't playing in this game, is somebody in deep left who can make plays like that. That is a run on most teams. Bueller, awesome again.
Hauling backwards and still getting that in time. And Mike's trying to find his hat that he lost on the way to first. He has now got that. This will bring Scott Hogwood up to the...
They overturned the
They've
call.
overturned that. He's checked with the judges. And that is going to be a run for Johnny Ma. 4-2 correction. 4-2 game at the bottom of the first.
4-2, 1 out, bottom of the first. That's still a great play by Bueller, but he conferred with his ump and reversed the call.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Big Scott Hogwood.
Pulling that bat up.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just barely over that. Maybe a hair.
He's a big, big man who went 5 for 5 in the World Championship game last year against the Archers. Is a huge part of why they won.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a bouncing grounder over to Eric. Or Tyler. And he did get it.
Boy, you know, you can tell that maybe Tyler hasn't played all week, which he hasn't because he played with his food a little bit there, I think. He's lucky. Scott Hogwood, a big man and very powerful, but not the most fleet of foot. Thunder caught a break there, man. He needs to be cleaner with that. They need him in this game.
Water, anyone over
It's
here?
going to be Sean Walker coming up.
Yes.
Water. Anybody want water?
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
We appreciate our helpers keeping us hydrated here in the booth. As Sean Walker, multi-sport athlete.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And pitch a little low, but he did get a nick on it.
He's only in his second season playing beep baseball, but he is an experienced high-level goal ball player.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And bouncing right up the middle. Tyler coming over on it. He's still trying to get a hold of it, and he's calling that safe.
ATY had to come over a little bit, but still,
And just not quite the performance that you generally see from Tyler, but he definitely will hopefully warm up in this game. It is still early as we're at the bottom of the first, and Casey Krause hitting off at his dad pitching.
yeah, he needs to get this out of his system now. Because they're going to need him, maybe even more on defense than they will on offense. They've got plenty of hitters. But he's supposed to solidify that left short position.
Casey with neon orange socks and shoes and bandana.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Get through now, Doug. You're out. What do you think, kid?
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And high pop up deep into left. Zach is going to set down on it, and he is safe. Casey Krause.
That was crushed. High and hard to left. You know, Krause, we thought he had a home run against Boston the other night. Problem was, it was a little darker and there was no field umpire, and so they couldn't see whether it went over the line or not, so they didn't give it to him. But Krause has hit a couple home runs in his career, and I wouldn't be surprised. That wasn't quite far enough, but that was a shot.
Yeah, and Zach had done everything he could to line up with that. He was there when it dropped, but by then he was at the base.
So tied at 4 now.
4-4, bottom of the first, starting all the way back over with Justin Rhines for the Fire.
Here we go.
Was put out by Aaron C. his first time.
Pat's gonna let those trucks pass. And now a tractor. A big bucket front end loader. And we also have a drone over the field out in the far, far right, just hovering over the field.
As long as it stays in the air and doesn't make noise, I don't have a problem with
It's
it.
way out there, just past our home run line. Now it's lifting higher in the air. But we're ready for the pitch for Justin Rhines.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a nice line drive to left center. It's right over to Zach Mueller, though. He stopped it with his foot. He's got to scramble. He didn't get it in time. That is going to be a run for Justin as the Fire takes the lead by 1, 5-4.
Boy, that's the second one Bueller has been close to, but just not quite. So both of these teams capable of putting up runs in bunches, but I'm going to go back to Sean Walker's run because the Thunder probably should be out of this inning right now. And they're not.
A warbly ball after that funking hit. Mike Coughlin up to the plate. That ball is not. Couple tosses back with Pat, wearing his front face mask.
Boy, those 2 out runs, they've already got 3 of them on the board here with 2 outs.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a pop-up short left. Tyler's going to
Spinning.
have to come up on that. It's just barely fair. He's scrambling for it, and it's going to be safe. Just not in time. They widen that gap to a 2-run lead at the bottom of the first. Mike Coughlin, well placed, short left.
Okay, so here's the deal there. Coughlin's a lefty with some power, so that was sort of a mishit. It came off of his bat and it was spinning, and a lot of times when that happens, so you see that with righties, where it'll go to right field and kick toward the line. That thing was spinning. That was a tough play for Tyler, but boy, he's really getting worked in this inning. He got 1 put out, albeit barely, but he's getting tested. Him and Bueller both.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank
Johnny
you.
Ma up to the plate.
Thank you.
Nothing to right field yet for Philly.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And over by a few inches.
What do you say, kid?
Set. Ready. Pitch.
High pop-up. Let's see if this stays. It's going to be foul at first base. Almost coming down right on top of first base. Justin Holland getting back into place after coming up for that. Adam Rodenbeck scooching over a hair. That is Casey out spotting in left for the Thunder.
Casey Scroggum, left field spotter. She's been with them several years.
Mark Flat on the right.
She was a part of that Drive for 5 spotting crew in 21, their last time the Thunder won a title.
John back up at home plate.
Margist, the 2024 batting champion.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Taking a pass. Pat shaking the sweat off of his hands.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just under that outer tip of the bat.
So 3 strikes now on John Margist, Margist.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just under, that is going to be a strikeout.
Well, they gave one back because Margist rarely strikes out. But a good inning there. I see 6 on the board.
6 for the Fire.
6-4 Philly going to the second.
Clapping from the Thunder bench as they call their team in for at-bat. Philly heading out to the field. And just getting a brief moment of shade as the sun dips behind a very small cloud. It will not last. And we're already after another ball. Feeling with all the sluggers in this game, we're going to go through several baskets of balls.
You took the words out of my mouth. This may be an expensive game as far as balls are concerned, although they do keep balls in reserve for the big games like this, just in case.
Nice strong sound there. Kyle Lewis bringing Zach Bueller up to the plate.
Kyle Lewis now back to super sub. Dude hit a home run on Wednesday. Jared told me afterwards it was probably the farthest ball he's ever seen hit that Kyle hit against the Austin Blackhawks. What does he get for his efforts? He gets demoted to super sub when Tyler comes back, but he's a lefty, so they've got Kyle if they need a lefty stick.
And Jordan has now made her way all the way back out to the far outfield. So we're going to get a field check.
All right, we're setting the field. All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
First and
Thank you.
third.
Here we go.
Zach twisting that back up over his shoulder.
Set. Ready. Hit. Try in.
And not wasting any time at all on that pitch. That's a strike.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's a short little pop-up to Megan Fink, and it is going to go foul. He had already ran past where Megan was, so there was no chance of collision, but it did go foul.
Right idea, wrong direction, that's all. He'll come back. Long walk back.
Definitely a long walk as he was at the base. Jared returning to the pitcher's mound. Still a much better looking field here than field 5. Less of a hole next to home plate.
All right, we set the field. All right, here we go. Set. Ready. Pitch.
He's going to take that pass.
21. You ready?
That may be the first time I've seen 2 strikes on a batter for the Thunder.
Pop up. It's going to be short right again. Megan coming up on that. She's going to have to get a hold of it. He's almost at the base, and that's going to be a run for Zach Bueller as they tighten that gap. 6-5 Philly with Gerald Dykes. Speedy Gerald coming up to the plate.
Jared knows where the weaker part of that defense is, and he's making a concerted effort to go over there. That's not to say anything about the folks that are on the right side of the defense. I mean, Coughlin's outstanding, but, Kraus, Margist, and Rhines, I don't want to hit the ball to any of those guys either.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please.
So you've got a little less experience with Walker and Megan Fink, who doesn't ordinarily start. So
Checking third base. I fix the speaker adjust the mechanism inside the base so that it is pointing through the mesh. Up. And I think that's adjusted.
All right, bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Set. Ready. Hit.
High pop-up's going to be deep into right.
Yep, there it is again.
Sean Walker grabbing hold of that, but he is safe. That is a run. We are back to a tie game. 6-6 with Justin Holland, patriotic red, white, and blue on his arms and his socks, and a heck of a hitter coming up to the plate.
And Jared's good enough to place the ball, and he just had two of his best hitters both go opposite field. Why? Because that's where he wants them to hit the ball. That's not an accident.
We're set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
Straight up, and it's going to drop right
Just
behind
landed.
Megan Fink as he is at third, and now they take the lead 7-6, top of the second. Justin Holland putting them over the edge with Aaron C. up next.
Jared never ceases to amaze me. Okay, did you see that? 3 balls in the air all over there. That's what he wants, right? So he's going to right field now until they prove that they can make a play. Because Ryan's made a play on him already, and so did Hogwood over there on the left side. So now here you go.
Justin taking care of that ball as we get a new one tossed in.
Another ball, guys? Guys, is that ball okay? Yes.
Asking about the ball. I heard it making some funny quacking sounds while it was in the air, but
Spotters Madison Coughlin and Mike Ricardo for the Philly Fire out spotting.
and at least Madison Coughlin, this is her first year doing it. Last year, of course, they had Camry Hogwood, who is Scott Hogwood's daughter, and also, get this, Tyler Rodriguez's missus. She's not spotting for the Thunder in this game. Of course, she's with the Thunder now with Tyler. True family affair. She's not spotting in this game, but she's one of the best around. And so that was a big loss. Not only did they lose Tyler, they lost their top spotter, and they've had to replace. So at Madison Coughlin, that's Mike Coughlin's sister. And Ricardo's been around for a while, catching, spotting, doing various things for the Fire.
Aaron knocking it out, a high fly ball in center, going out. And John Mock trying to get it, but that is going to be a run for Aaron C. 8-6 now. Thunder leads with Tyler up to the plate. Bright yellow shoes, and the Thunder are starting that creep away.
4 up, 4 air balls. And I'll tell you what, when the Thunder get on a roll, look out. The Thunder swept their local tournament schedule, winning tournaments in Las Vegas, Oklahoma, their own tournament, and Chicago, in the suburbs of Chicago.
When the Thunder rolls. Another pop fly out into deep, this time in front of Scott Hogwood, dropping between his legs, and he is at the base. Tyler Rodriguez, 9-6. They lead by 3 at the top of the second. All there in right or center right.
Except for C's ball, I think, which was a little bit middle, right?
Yeah, middle and middle right.
Yeah, okay. So, 5 in a row, and now already here in the second, every Thunder hitter has scored at least once, all 6. That is a trademark of the Indy Thunder teams, especially when they were winning championships, scoring from every position in the lineup.
Thank you.
Cody Jeffries.
Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready.
And far right, deep past Sean Walker. He's going to have to scramble and backtrack for it, but Cody Jeffries is there. They've now hit double digits. The Thunder has 10.
And the left field defenders for the Philly Fire are just buying a ticket to this right now. Everything going center and right. Jared is percolating hot, and the Thunder are they're just exploding here already in the second.
Zach Bueller coming up.
2 for 3 already now for Jeffries.
Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you.
They just ran through their order 6 in a row here. Bueller started all this.
Set. Ready. Hit. Strike. 10.
Strike as that runs under the bat.
The Thunder's last loss was that epic game against the Archers last year. Remember that with the Mark Morris walk-off?
Yep.
Jared didn't strike out a soul.
Going foul. Almost for a table, but not quite. No assist at this point.
Thunder finished third, getting eliminated late on Friday afternoon over there at Slyman Brothers in St. Charles in that unbelievable game, which was probably one of the top 5 games I've seen. But then again, then we saw yesterday's game with the Thunder and the Edge, and what a battle that was.
A battle. New ball call. I don't like that one. And this one will get tossed back out. Jared will hold that up. Some tosses. Again, it is 10-6, top of the second.
6 straight runs to open the inning.
Zach taking a pass on that.
Now you hope that little delay, because they were really in a groove. You hope that didn't mess with them. They like to get on those rolls, and what they do is they play very quick, and as soon as somebody gets to base, they've got another person right up at the player, right up at home plate.
It's going to be a grounder out on left pass. Casey not getting it. It's just staying out of his hands, and that's going to be a run for Zach.
So after 6 hard shots to right and right center, you get a ground ball to left, and it just got through him, got by him.
Right, almost on the line, just inside.
7 in a row, timeout, Philly Fire. Thunder rolling again.
Quick huddle out on the field for the defensive team. And Gerald Dyke is going to head back to the tent to stay in the shade, get out of that sun, as Zach laughs with Jared on his way back up to the bench.
So each team gets a maximum of 3 defensive timeouts. Fire have used their first, and that's probably a good time to do it, as runs were just coming in, one right after the other.
Like a freight train.
And they did it quickly, too. And, and that's another trademark of the Indy Thunder, and that's how they can run teams out of the game. Now, I don't expect them to run the Fire out of the game, because the Fire can, they can answer back. But, they just put up so many. You turn around and you look back, they've got 6, 7, 8 runs on the board. We got nobody out. This went from 6-4 at the start of the inning to 11-6.
Quite the change turnaround as Gerald Dicus heads back to the plate again.
Edge and Archers playing right now in a back-against-the-wall elimination game. Loser of that one finishes in 4th place. Winner of that game plays the loser of this one at 2 o'clock, and we'll be back here for that one.
I think there's supposed to be there will be a sub at some point. I did not catch all of it. I think it was Ikram, but we will see.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
Hard, deep right.
Oh,
Sean
that's
Walker
fair.
running
No
forward
way.
as he goes for first, and that is a run for Gerald. 12-6 now. They have doubled the Fire's score.
That's the whole Boston Green Door hit, if you're familiar with the Red Sox. That was down the right field line. That's a right-handed hitter going right down the line by everybody. Nobody had a real good chance at that. Almost a perfect placed ball. This is, This is an absolute pitching clinic right now.
Bases, please. Thank you.
Justin getting his base checks,
Here we go.
pulling that cap down tight and ready for the pitch.
Set. Hit. Double.
Just nicking it.
8 up, 8 in here in the second.
Set. Hit. Double.
Another foul as it drops down between his shoes.
This is the second Thunder batter in the game so far that I think has reached 2 strikes. He's going to take one here.
Bat resting on the shoulder.
Set. Hit. Pass.
Now, we've only seen 2 passed balls from the Thunder in their first, 16 hitters.
Hit.
And it's going to go foul on the right, just past the camera tent.
Hold.
Shake of his head as Justin comes back up to the plate.
Holland is the 16th batter. Jared has only reached 2 or more strikes on 2 of them, and I think this is the first full count. It's amazing.
Set. Hit.
And again, deep right.
Right
Sean Walker
field.
passed his hands as he skedaddles on down to third, takes it out, takes his time to land on his back to adjust his knee pads. 13-6.
Tell you what, Sean Walker is a great athlete, but this is tough. He's in his 2nd season in competitive beep ball, and the game and these balls may be moving a little fast for him at this point.
He's definitely getting more of a workout than he planned.
And Megan Fink, really all she's been able to do is say, over me, by me, 9 in a row.
Bases, please.
Aaron C.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Casey Kraus called time because of the noise now.
And
Here we
it's going to go deep
go.
left.
Oh, that's crushed.
As Justin grabs a hold of that. Can he get a hold of it? And he is out. That is exactly what the Fire needed to slow a little of this momentum. That is Justin Rhines with the out.
And it took a tough play out there by Rhines to do it. So now 9 of 10 have scored in this inning, but that was a
is
rope.
Down at behind first, still laying down. Have
Hopefully he
teammates going to check on him.
Hopefully he just knocked the wind out of himself. That can happen sometime.
He is up.
Yeah. This ground has really hardened up.
Not quite as hard as Norman, though.
No, it might take
That
another.
was brutal.
It might take another month of this. They just didn't get any rain with 100-degree temperatures all summer long, pretty much there.
Norman was like this field in a pizza oven on an extended rotation.
Well, and we're in a river basin. We're not far from the Mississippi here.
Here we go.
Tyler Rodriguez, SpongeBob shoes and socks.
He's 1 for 2.
Hit.
High pop-up's going to drop in the center short. They're going to come up on it. Casey all over that. And they're calling that out. I'm going to see if that maintains and holds. There's no conferring, so that is definitely out.
Yeah, TY, right idea, but he didn't get enough distance.
And Casey is down, though, on the field. He is.
It's been a long week for these players. Now, it's a shorter week if you keep winning, which they have, but again, Casey's been banged up for like the last couple years.
He's up, but he's leaned over now.
So 2 outs after that long 9-run rally.
13-6, top of the second.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Hit. Double.
And it's going to go foul right behind to our ice chest.
Set. Hit.
Cody Jeffries as he pops it up into deep center, running for first. It is Bond. They're not even going to run anymore. That is now double digits in this inning for the Thunder. 10 on the board, making it a 14-6 game.
And enough is never enough as far as the Thunder and Jared are concerned, because the Fire do have the last at-bats, and no pun intended, but they got plenty of firepower over there as well. So you want to put as many in the bank as you can here early. They've got 14 now. They lead by 8, still 2 outs, top of the second.
Zach Bueller as the field
Bases,
sets.
please. Bases, please.
First and
Thank
third.
you. Here we go. Set. Hit.
And a grounder up the middle. Scott Hogwood jumping down. It is past him.
That's a
And,
problem.
John. Oh, he's missed the base. Zach coming back to get it, but that is going to be a run.
The problem is Hogwood was kind of the last resort because of how far into the middle that was. So Walker and Rhines weren't going to get there in time. So when it got by him, even missing the base, Bueller's quick. He's athletic. He was able to come back and hit it.
Ball back up to Jared. John Marr just trying to get there, but that was just a dead out flat run.
And now they're moving it around a little bit. For a while it was exclusively right, but now they've been moving the ball around a little bit here.
Gerald Dicus.
All right, set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
Sun is coming back out with a brutal vengeance.
Here we go.
I have Dicus 3 for 3 already.
Yep.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Short little pop-up. It's going to be foul on the right. Megan trying to come up on that.
In fact, I don't remember the last time Gerald Dicus has been retired this week. I'm sure he has, but from what we've seen, he scored the last few against the Edge, including the game winner. He's 3 for 3 already today. He's eating, as we like to say in softball.
Set. Ready. Hit. Strike.
Not only eating, but it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep, it's yummy for Gerald Dicus right
Time
now.
for this moving truck.
Time, please. All right, here we go. Set. Ready. Hit. Pass.
Taking that pass.
Ready.
Again, it is 15-6 at the top of the second.
Set. Ready. Hit. Foul ball.
Short pop-up foul to the right.
So they're on schedule now. Full count.
All right, here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
And a line drive up the middle. Scott Hogwood jumping down. He stopped it. Can he get his hands on
Nice
it?
play. Sweet play
And
by the big man.
I think that was Casey Krause who came over
Came
and took
over.
it.
Oh.
I could not see because I
Hogwood.
had Jared and the ump all between me.
Let's see.
I think it
Let's
was Casey
confirm.
Krause.
Who put that out? Was that
Casey
Krause?
Krause. Okay, yep.
Hogwood knocked it down and Krause picked it up.
So that is going to be 15-6.
Boy, and it took a few great plays by the Fire to even limit the damage to 11. 11 runs, 1-1 runs in that inning. Bottom of the second. Now the Fire have some work to do. It's still early, but it's 15-6 as the Thunder totally flipped the script on this game. Winner moves on to championship Saturday, 1 win away from a title. Loser has to play this afternoon.
I did that on purpose.
So last time when the Thunder had 4, the Fire answered with 6. This time the Thunder had 11. Let's see what the Fire answers with as the Thunder takes the field and the Fire come up to try to answer that call.
So what you do is you take it one at a time. You realize it's still early in the game. The Fire can do this too. The Archers found out all about that last year as the Fire just opened up. They had a 12-run inning against the Archers in this very game. and then went and had a similar inning in the championship game to really sort of pull away and win that easily. And so the explosiveness is there for the Fire, too.
Dakota walking Scott Hogwood up to home plate.
I am surprised, unless he's hurt, not to see Nick Silver in the batting order with his speed. Sean Walker is, similar type of player, but the experience isn't near the same.
Couple tosses with Pat in this ball. Sounding off out in the field by those Thunder players.
All right, we're setting the field. Faces, please.
Scott Hogwood at the plate.
Thank you. Here we go.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Bouncing grounder up the middle. Tyler coming over to get it. Cody came over too, and he's kicked it out of reach. And that's going to be a run for Scott Hogwood as they answer with the first run for the Fire.
And that can't happen. That's the type of thing that'll drive Booker and Woodard crazy. Those two have got to talk and stay out of each other's kitchen. They haven't played together this week, but they practiced together. I am a little surprised by the Thunder's short defense or lack thereof here early.
Pat is holding the ball up as requested by the defense. They're good with that.
All right, we're setting the field.
This is going to be Sean
Faces,
Walker.
please.
See what he can do after getting a complete workout there in deep right.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And the ball a few inches over the bat.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a grounder right over to Cody Jeffries. It's just past his hands as he slams into the ground. And Aaron trying to come back with that is a run for Sean Walker. That is now 2 for the Fire. It is a 15-8 game. Bottom of the second. No outs for the Fire yet.
A lot of ball left to be played. It's going to take a bunch of runs to win this game.
This is, just hold on to your seats, people. This is going to be a good one. Casey Krause crouched at home plate as he waits for the defense to set.
All right, we're setting the field. Faces, please. Thank you. Time. Hey, when I'm set, no talking. Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Uh-oh. I don't know who said it, but
That was actually Tyler, but I don't think the ump heard it.
Set. Ready. Pitch. Now.
Pass.
he's extremely lucky because the umpire warned both teams. And his first game of the week could have been his last right there.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And he slams it right over, right between Eric. Yeah, Tyler's leg. He didn't get it. He got it. I think that was Adam Rodenbeck coming over to back him up.
So Tyler makes a play there.
Well, he tried to stop it, but I think, did he get it? Yep, he did make it.
I'll tell
Adam was
you.
there right behind him, but Tyler did have it.
These players have to be careful. Now, the umps will let that go a little bit because, you know, we're all grown folks playing, but at the same time, we saw two players in two different games ejected yesterday for some magical vocabulary words. And
Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Justin Rhines.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Way over the bat.
Left field everywhere now. Left field everywhere now. Let's go. What do you think, Dave? pitch.
And bouncing grounder, that is not going to quite make it. That is going to be foul.
I don't think he wanted it to make it.
I don't think he wanted that.
No.
Yeah, that was definitely a close call on that.
And you can hear Booker with a little more serious tone addressing his defense than you might ordinarily hear. Defense has been a little shaky here for the Thunder.
All right, set in the field. All right, here we go.
Justin back up at the plate.
What's the count, please?
Hold for
Whatever beverage you would like.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
pop up into center right, just past Cody. Adam Rodenbeck getting down on the ground, and that's going to be a run for Justin. Now 15-9. Ball back up into Pat's hands. Mike Coughlin, lefty, stepping past the plate.
Coughlin's whacked it a couple of times too.
He absolutely has.
Tell you what, Coughlin, and he's always been a decent hitter, but probably more well known for his defense. But boy, he's really banging this year after coming back to the Fire after a little while in
He's
Houston.
actually not even playing defense currently. Megan is in his position.
So they don't even have him on the field. He's the DH.
And ball going underneath the swing.
And that could be for any number of reasons. It's a long week, and we don't always know what players are dealing with health-wise. So we don't know if it's that but ordinarily Coughlin would be in that spot. So it's got to be something.
Just rolling foul off the top of the bat.
Megan Fink is one of the better female players we have in the league, certainly, but not at the level defensively of Coughlin. So maybe we'll find out at some point during the broadcast.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And low, and that's going to be a strike.
Be clean. Cody, Justin, Adam, back pocket. Be clean. Be ready, Tyler. Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a bouncing grounder over to Tyler.
That's
He's went the
too
wrong
easy.
direction.
T.Y.
And they're trying to get it. He's going to be safe. That is 15-10 now.
He has two putouts, but he's probably missed two or three that, that's a
three
play.
now.
That's a play T.Y. makes in his sleep. He would make that play in his sleep back when he was a teenager. So the Thunder, they built themselves a little bit of a cushion, but they're letting runs in that, they may look back on this later in the game and be a little wroth about what's going on here.
Here we go.
John Mard.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Going to go foul on the right over to the Thunder bench.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a line drive center left this time as he runs for third. Zach Bueller getting a hold of it. He's not in time. He's calling that safe.
You don't pick up ground balls and they start hitting shots. Here come the Fire. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be here a while today, I think.
Definitely going to be tit for tat with Scott Hogwood back up. Jaden talking to pitcher Pat. Pat's wiping his hands off on his shirt, get all the sweat and grime off. Pat's saying he's probably going to need a towel. He's just going to get it now.
Pat took a line drive from Mike Coughlin early in that Boston game on Wednesday evening to the face mask. And I've talked to a few fire people that are convinced that that had an impact, at least temporarily, on that game because he got rocked by Coughlin. We saw Pat get rocked in our All-Star game, too, by Justin Holland.
Yeah,
remember
he
that?
just did that.
Same sort of situation, they said, kind of like a double shotgun blast. Good thing he was wearing a mask. My goodness.
I've noticed many more pitchers are now wearing masks.
Well, they're standing 20 feet away pitching a 1-pound ball to grown men swinging big bats.
Set, ready, pitch.
And rolling foul over to our camera next to us.
We are basically right behind home plate here in prime foul ball territory.
Again, wiping that ball off.
We had one land on our scorer's table in the last game.
Yeah,
I got a hand
bounced.
on it and failed to make the pickup.
And tip rolling off the bat again.
Set, ready, pitch.
And it's going to be a strike as that goes under the bat. 15-11.
Now make a play.
Pat wiping both his hands and the ball.
Set, ready, pitch.
And taking that pass.
First pass ball I've seen him take in a while, other than I think Casey, who takes the first pitch every at-bat as a routine. Here we go.
Set, ready, pitch.
And a nice hard. That's going to be foul on the third base side, past our third base judge. Headed out to retrieve that ball.
Hey, you're on now, Scott. Here we go.
Just a little early.
He can get that and keep it in the lines. That's a heck of a hit.
Yeah, because that would be a long way for Bueller to have to go. And plus, that ball's hooking. Because once it gets past the base in fair territory, if that happens, then it doesn't matter
Then
where
it
it goes.
doesn't
It can
matter.
roll to the parking lot, and it doesn't matter.
My dress hurts.
Pat walking his way back up with the ball.
All right, here we go. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set, ready, pitch.
And ball rolling under the swing. That is going to be out, bringing Sean Walker to the plate.
Second strikeout of the game by my count for Kraus. Jarrett hadn't struck out anyone yet as we play here in the bottom of the second.
15-11.
So they've gotten 5 of these back.
They're going to have to do a lot more than that. They've got time.
You know, but being down 4 after 2 innings, even if that's, worst case scenario here, that's still not too bad considering they gave up an 11-run inning.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set, ready, pitch.
And almost taking Pat's head off. He tips to the side, just past Adam Roddenbeck as he runs for first. Is that coming over? But that's going to be a run, as that is now 15-12, only trailing by 3.
This is where those, those easy plays you don't make, or fairly routine plays. I guess there's no easy play in beep baseball.
Not with these two teams.
Not with these two teams, and just the nature of the game. But, the fairly routine plays, because then now, that was one of the first balls we've seen to the right side of the field. They've been peppering middle and left. Booker pleading with his defense, make a play, make a play. Not used to seeing runs come in like this.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Casey now standing back up from his crouched position at the plate.
Well, if he gets a hold of it, Bueller better be ready.
Set, ready, pitch. Now.
And taking that pass.
Now you're on, kid. Here we go. What do you say, kid?
He's got to dig a little hole there more.
Father-son combination, pitcher and batter.
Set, ready, pitch.
And there he goes, right out to Zach Bueller. He's dropping down in front of it, past his hands, and that's going to be a run for Casey.
One shot for Bueller, and it wasn't, a great shot. He tried to get in position. That ball was roped. And look now.
Only a 2-run deficit there with Justin Rhines up.
15-13. 2 outs. Bottom of the second, and now we're back to the top of the fire order.
Hey, Louie, go. Take it to Rhines. Let's go westward.
They're on pace right now, if this keeps up, to get a game into the 40s.
Come on, Jake. We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Justin pulling that bat up over the shoulder.
Set, ready, pitch.
And another one right out there to Zach Bueller territory. He's gone the wrong way. He's got to run back, and that's going to be a run for Justin. They are now only 1 behind the Thunder. 2 outs, and Mike Coughlin coming on up.
15-14. So far, punch, counter punch, and these have been haymakers by both teams.
We're here at the bottom of the second. You got an early projection on some kind of a score.
I mean, first team to 40, I don't know. It depends. We're waiting to see if the Thunder's defense will get their act together or not, because right now, and these last few haven't really been fieldable, but there's been at least 2 in this inning that the ordinary Thunder defense is going to make plays on. So we'll just see, but right now they're on pace to get into the 30s or 40s.
Set, ready, pitch.
And a bouncing grounder up the middle.
That's got to be
Tyler
handled.
comes right up. He missed it. Cody's coming up.
That's
going to be a run.
That's too easy. That's way too easy.
That's twice Mike Coughlin himself should have been out, and he's on base. That short defense, they're not talking.
It right up the middle. They're not talking. They're not either not hearing the ball or not moving right. Tyler Rodriguez doesn't look right at all. And it doesn't look like the Thunder really are making adjustments. No defensive timeout, no changes.
I believe they're having a timeout right now.
Now they are.
Headed out into the field as we hit that tie game, 15-15, bottom of the second.
Maybe they heard us. Now I'm not.
I believe they've moved. So Cody Jeffries has now been put over in short left. And let's see, Tyler has been put in middle center. Adam's going to stay over. Adam is moved over to short right.
Okay, so now you'll have Adam Rodenbeck short right. You'll have Cody Jeffries short left with Tyler in the middle. C in his usual mid left.
Yep. And Zach and Justin Holland all staying. So
not a bad move.
Fronts,
I was wondering if they were going to do that or just flip-flop Cody and TY, but not a bad move.
Short left now. Okay. TY's in the mid. Okay.
I'm not one to, like I said, I'm not, you don't, as a coach, you don't want to start pulling strings too quickly, but how much do you have to see of that before a change has to be made? And they finally made it, but now they've lost their lead. Now you've got a tie game, and they should have been out of this inning 5 minutes ago.
John Marr just ready for a pitch when we get a ball up into play into Pat's hands. Pat wiping his hands off, and now the ball that he has received from Jaden, holding that ball up for the outfield. And let's see what this difference makes for the defense. Thunder defense.
Bases, please.
First
Thank you.
and third.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top of the bat.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
High pop up, and it's gonna drop in the mid where Tyler just left, and Cody's coming over, and that is a run for John Marr just as they retake the lead.
Well, double-digit innings by both teams here in the second. The Thunder put up 11, and the Fire have come right back with 10 and still batting. And they've taken the lead 16-15. We're still in the second.
Not the Tyler we are used to seeing at all. Scott Hogwood wiping the sweat off of the face at home plate. A Fire on fire over on their bench as they bring Johnny Hobb back in. And quite a loud honking there from a trash truck as it goes by.
Yeah, there you go. Drive by a blind baseball tournament and honk your horn.
To be fair, they don't know where the players are blind.
Thank you.
Well, now you should just let that go. That would have been pretty humorous. But you're absolutely right. I don't think they realize what's going on here.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a hard line drive dropping to a grounder out into left. Zach Bueller going to set up on it, and he's got it. Zach Bueller for that putout, a much needed for the Thunder as we wrap up the second inning. Fire leading by 1, 16-15, going to the top of the third.
A lot of damage done in that inning by both teams. So, just to recap, the Thunder scored 4 in the top of the first. Fire came back with 6. Thunder scored 11, and the Fire came back with 10.
Thunder filling up on water before heading down towards their line as they come in. And a breeze starting to pick up. Yeah, on that honk, I don't know how many times we've said, blind people just want to be treated like everybody else, so we get the honk as the truck goes by. Just at a most inopportune moment.
Well, it could have been
Wasn't quite
worse.
been
It
in
could
the
have been
middle of
right in the
play.
middle of a play.
Dakota's in for Megan, the short right.
All right, so we're going to get
in.
Dakota Hogwood now in for Megan Fink, short
Designated
right.
fielder. So I've got her in. Dakota in short right.
That is at the DF position, so we don't have to worry about that for
The
purposes of the batting order.
Everything else the same. Justin Holland patriotically attired at home plate. Calling out from the Fire defense in the field. So again, we're headed to the top of the third. This is a 16-15 game. Fire leading. Justin Holland of the Thunder up to bat.
Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
And that's going to be a strike.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And another strike for Justin Holland.
Big swing. He sounded like he might have been a little early, though.
Going to take a pass here with the bat resting on the shoulder.
Nothing. Set. Ready. Hit.
And another strike.
Ready, kid. You fine. Shoot it up.
Full count. Justin Holland, first batter of the third.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And a strike. That's going to be, I believe, Jared's first strikeout this game.
They spent a lot of time out there standing on defense while runs were coming in. Now you come in, and the last thing you want, you don't want to start pressing. I mean, this is, anybody's game. You lost your lead, but you don't want to start striking out.
Thank you.
Aaron C.
Thank you. Here we
with
go.
his sleeve pulled up, showing off his lion and rose tattoo, I believe.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And a strike as that goes under.
5 straight strikes. Well, with the one pass ball. Nope. Nothing in play yet.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And another strike. Aaron with the deep exhale. He takes this pass. Tapping that bat on home plate.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And another strike.
He jumped him a little bit. He's early. Full count now. Money ball for Jared and Aaron.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And that's going to be a strikeout. 2 strikeouts.
Oh my. You don't see that
Holland
from
and
Holland.
C.
You don't see that from Holland and C very often. Back-to-back strikeouts to open an inning.
Tyler
And-
Rodriguez. See if he can change up his defensive luck to offensive power.
Someone say you could sit under my tent?
Bases, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
TY could get a little redemption here with a run and turn this batting order here. 2 outs, both on strikeouts. Here we go.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And foul coming off into Booker's glove.
You ready, guys? Stay starboard out there. Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a grounder over to Dakota. It's just past her. And Scott, they are scrambling. That's going to be a run for Tyler. Now back tied again, 16-16.
And that's a problem for the Philly Fire because that ball could have and should have been picked up now. They should have been out of the inning. But you see, they traded some, they traded Fink for Hogwood, and, there's even less experience from Dakota. Fink has been around a little bit longer. It's just, wow. Wonder what is going on with Mr. Silver. He's usually that 6th starter.
Tyler coming into the bench and Cody Jeffries up.
So put a circle around that one. We may be talking about that one in a little bit. Top of the order now, Jeffries. 2 for 4.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a strike.
Yeah, they're just not. The contact isn't what it was in the second.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And another strike.
Count on it. Stay ready.
Bat at ease in front of him.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Taking that pass.
You ready, kid? You ready?
Another brief moment of cloud cover. And a grounder over there to Dakota again, not slowing it down. It's over to Sean, bounced off his feet, and Cody has now regained the lead for the Thunder, 17-16 with that run, Cody Jeffries.
There you go, back-to-back runs through the right side. You've got a third-year player and a second-year player playing in this game over on the right field side. And Jared's just going to, if I was Jared, I would go there every chance I get. Make them make plays. Not saying they're not capable, but make them prove it.
All right, we're setting the field. Faces, please.
Zach Bueller.
Thank you. No, it's Zach. Hey, quiet. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit. Strike.
And that's going to be a strike.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a foul going maybe 20 feet, basically to Jared.
Foul ball. Here we go. 20.
Jared coming up to tap home plate over a hair.
Here we go.
Pass. Pass.
That was a little inopportune, and he took it, but there was some noise from another field right as that ball was in play.
And a nice line drive to right. Sean Walker headed for that, but that is going to be a run for Zach Bueller as they inch back away again by 2, 18-16 for the Thunder. Top of the third with Gerald Dykus.
Coming up, so after 2 strikeouts now, they're getting runs through that right side of the Fire defense, which has kind of been a sieve here. But if the Fire can shut it down here, they're still sitting pretty.
It's that gotta shut it down when Jared is placing those balls to the right.
Yeah.
Call for a new ball.
Walker's been close to some, but
Close doesn't get it.
Well, and that, and by the time, if they're on the ground, by the time they get out to Sean Walker, you don't have a whole lot of time because these Thunder hitters are quick. That's why that short right position can be so important.
First, third, again, Gerald Dykus. And foul rolling off over to Booker.
Got it.
Time for this car.
All right, here we go.
And comes a motorcycle coming up.
So this field is a little noisier, a little closer to the road than Field 5 was, but I still say the trade-off is a good trade-off because Field 5 at times was barely playable. We had several runners who tripped going down the baseline and everything else, yeah. It's a much better field. It's just a little noisier.
Short pop-up's going to be foul.
And of course, you don't get anything counted against you if you have to take a timeout for noise. That's not like a defensive timeout.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
Taking that pass.
Hey, you ready, Chief? Set. Ready. Hit.
And high pop-up's going to be short. It's going to be foul. Casey right laying in the ground in front of it. Almost airplaned out. Gerald will come right back.
Gerald Dykus, they used to have a skills competition at the World Series on Monday evening before the games began. Longest ball and fastest man. think Jared won the fastest runner competition in the male division 3 or 4 years running. So he only needs like 3 seconds of hang time, and he's almost at that base. He can get there in under 5 probably still.
You know the Midwest, we gotta have corn, brother. Here we go.
Gerald Dicus back and ready for a repeat.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be foul.
And because some of these Thunder players started so young, we called them the young guns. There were 7 of them. Dicus was one of them. It seems like they're a lot older than they are. Dicus is only, late 20s, maybe 30 at the oldest? 29?
I would guess about 28.
Yeah, 28, 29.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Man, it's going to be...
Bueller's still in his 20s. Rodriguez brothers still in their 20s. The White brothers, who the Thunder used to have, and of course Miguel Tello. Those were the young guns. I don't think any of them are 30 yet. Nah, it's amazing.
And high pop up over into deep left past Casey. Justin trying to grab it. Not quite. That's a run for Gerald Dicus. 1916 Thunder at the top of the 3rd.
Boy, it took him all that it could, but when it counted, and he didn't go opposite field, he didn't bother with that time. He just crushed it.
Justin Holland.
Thunder needed this after 2 outs. Remember, this inning began with strikeouts back-to-back of Holland and C. Maybe the first time this year I've seen that, and I've seen a lot of Thunder beat ball this year.
Bases, please.
So now, back to him. They've got 4 on the board now after 2 outs.
Here we go.
See if Holland can make up for it.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a grounder right to Casey. He's dropped down on it. It's off his hands. He's got control of it. That is out. Casey Kraus for that out. And that will eliminate the Thunder from the 3rd inning as we are 19-16 going down to the bottom of the 3rd. Philly coming up to bat to reclaim those 3 runs and see what else they can tack on top of it.
Well, if there was a time now for the Thunder defense to wake up and start making plays, now would be it. Because Philly's the home team. We are almost halfway through the game. They've got the last at bats, and now we've got a tight one. Now they don't have room to play with here. You got to make plays.
You have to get that ball up and get to the base. Thunder is going to have to not have some of that defensive whatever it was they had going on earlier and tackle down into this. Gonna still maintain that Adam Rodenbeck short right, Cody in short left, and Tyler going to the mid. Start off with Sean Walker here for the Fire. The Fire's trailing by 3 right now, but we're at the bottom of the 3rd, so not quite half of that game. Haven't quite hit our 20s in digits yet, but let's see what the Fire does. A little bit more cloud cover on this day. We've got a few big, giant, fluffy ones in the sky, giving us a few random moments of not quite cooking.
And it is those sporadic, intermittent, puffy clouds that may keep our heat index down just a little bit. That's why we are on the regular schedule. So far, okay. What you don't want is about 2 hours straight of that sun baking, because then you're going to drive up the heat and the heat index. And if we get 110, we got to shut her down.
Heading into a night game. Jordan making her way out to far deep field.
Set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Krause pitching to Sean Walker.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And pop up into mid. Cody Jeffries come running over to try to get a hold of that, and he's got it. That is going to be, yep, Cody Jeffries over there.
He had to be clean. He was clean. Now let's see if that gets the Thunder defense doing what they're supposed to be doing and making plays like they usually do.
One short.
What do you mean one short?
Cody's playing short.
41. But he's 41.
Huh? Cody's number one. One short. One short.
Casey
Adams-
Krause.
Adams 41 mid.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Casey hand on his knee, back up.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Taking that pass on that first pitch.
He always does.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just barely under the swing.
Keep it in front. Angles. Keep it in front.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just a nick on that, keeping it in play. Foul.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a nice pop up over
That's a run.
Tyler. And yep, that is a run for Casey. That dropped way behind Tyler. Both Justin Holland and Zach trying to come over on top of that, but it was out there rolling. Casey's still down, grabbing, and he's now getting up.
Yeah. He's taking a licking and keeping on ticking. I'll tell you what, and he's crushing the ball. I don't know that he's had a ball that would have been an easy play yet in this game, Casey. So he's a gamer.
With Justin. And just a moment as Aaron C. turns around to readjust that mask after trying to remove some of all that sweat that builds up under those masks.
Bases, please.
One out, one in, top of the third, 19-17. Bottom of the third, that is, 19-17.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a little bit low for a strike.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a nice line drive up the middle past Tyler again as he's running for third, and that's going to be another run. There is nobody out there behind Tyler. Both Justin and Zach again coming over. Not enough time.
No, and those are legit. Those aren't like some of the ones that we've seen that I was talking about
Oh, no,
earlier.
no.
Those are big, and that's why the play Cody Jeffries made is big, because at least you got the one out now, and the idea is to get the balls that you're supposed to get the hard plays if you can, and then let the chips fall where they may.
Mike Coughlin back up.
It's 19-18, and Coughlin could tie it here.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Coughlin scored his last time on one of those such ground balls.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top of the bat.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
just below the outer tip.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And a bouncing grounder short and to the left. Cody Jeffries coming over. He's rolled over the top of it. So, and that is going to be out. That is
Tyler Rodriguez came and picked him up. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, that's nerve-wracking though. That's got to be for the Thunder. He made the play, but my goodness, if that were Rhines or Kraus or one of their speedsters, that would have been a problem. Thunder still need to clean it up a little bit.
19-18, Thunder ahead by 1, 2 outs on the Fire, and John Margist up.
So if Thunder get an out here, they hold the lead after 3 innings. Margis scores. We're tied, and then you got Big Scott Hogwood coming up, and I don't know that you want him batting this inning.
Set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Pitch. Strike.
A little bit low.
Deep, mid, deep, mid, deep. Come on, Johnny. Be ready on your horse. Sure. Set. Ready. Pitch. Strike.
And a strike as that drops under the swing.
Mid, deep, mid, deep. Johnny, here we go. Short on your horse. Be ready on your horse.
Pat wiping off the sweat off of his arms.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And that's going to be just barely fair short. Cody Jeffries kicked it with his feet. He's got to recover it. And he did get it. It is Cody Jeffries with the putout to finish off the third, as it is 19-18. The Thunder hold them down. This is a large tournament. It can imply by the name World Series. This is not a simple little tournament. So let's hear from some of those sponsors that help make this possible.
Blind Institute of Technology is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Is your business stuck in a slump? Still struggling with outdated systems while the competition runs up the score? Step up to the plate with Blind Institute of Technology, the MVP behind equitable training and job placement, digital accessibility consulting, and Salesforce expertise. Through their federally registered apprenticeship program, BIT trains and places professionals with disabilities into high-impact Salesforce and digital accessibility roles, helping businesses build a stronger team, more accessible systems, and a culture that wins. Visit blindit.org and let's build a better lineup together. Vision Corps is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Vision Corps hires with the belief that vision loss shouldn't be a barrier to personal and economic independence. Join a championship caliber team with Vision Corps. We offer remote and on-site positions with our professional service department. Get started by emailing jobs@visioncorps.net. Austin Lighthouse is proud to be a fan club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Stepping up to the plate for Texans. For 50 years, Austin Lighthouse has been the MVP for Texans who are blind or visually impaired, helping them step up to the plate and build careers, develop skills, and live independently. With over 50% of our workforce being blind or visually impaired, we're proving that With the right coaching and teamwork, everyone can knock it out of the park. From job training, our spring training for success, to assistive technology, the high-tech gear that levels the playing field, Austin Lighthouse is all about creating opportunities and access because everyone deserves a fair shot at the big leagues. Every donation is like a walk-off hit, providing tools, training, and hope to those who need it most. Visit austinlighthouse.org to learn more.
And we are back. Thank you from those sponsors. We are in the middle of an extended water break for the players and the volunteers. Staying hydrated out in this heat. The cloud cover has ceased a little bit for the moment, so the sun is shining down on this short, hard field. Again, thank you to not only our volunteers, but everyone who makes this possible. We have tournament director Cassie Hopkins, as well as tournament assistants Jamie Simpson, Cameron Simpson, and Katie Mathena, equipment director and crew Glenn Hopkins and Knox Ward, our head umpire-in-chief Jason Price, as well as umpires Jaden Price, Kemp Price, John Lykowski, Mike Woodard, Dave Taylor, Jordan Simpson, David Robert, Austin Hawkins, and Jason Blakenbaker. Head scorekeeper Karen Lykowski to my left. And scorekeeper Sylvia Redmond.
Okay. You want a cold spritz?
Missy Lykowski, Linda Skaggs, Ronnie Higdon, Peggy Hurt-Franks, Trisha Cramp, Melanie Taylor, Bradley Farmer, and Christina Heppen. We have John Lykowski Jr., the media specialist, who is running across all the fields, capturing those perfect special moments for you all for the Facebook feeds, the calendars, and videos. And then as well, the media stream, David Benny and myself, Rosina Foster, as well as Graham Mathena.
Why would they call you instead of Jason Price?
And a big shout out to everyone who is watching from One Indiana and who is learning about baseball. We will try to go over some more of the rules as we go on here that separates beat baseball from your more traditional baseball, but very little differences. We'll go over some of that. Main thing being it is being played by sound, so we do ask people that are out here on the field watching to keep that volume down and to a minimum while our players are playing. We will see if we have any substitutions coming in for either team as they get ready to break from this extended time to rest and recuperate before we tackle the second half of the game. DB, would you want to go over some of those brief differences in beat baseball for our new people who are listening out there to our stream?
Well, the number one thing to remember is all players are required to wear a blindfold to level the playing field because there's a spectrum of visual impairment all the way from dark, nothing, to you can see some, but maybe your peripheral vision isn't so good. So to keep it fair for all the competitors, other than the pitcher, catcher, and spotters who are sighted, everybody's required to wear a blindfold. Even me, who can only see light. If I was playing out there, I would have to wear one. The pitcher is pitching for the offensive team. Think coach pitch. His job is to work with his hitters to put the ball in play. Once the ball is put in play, one of two random bases down the first and third base lines, respectively, 100 feet away from home plate, will turn on and buzz, and then it's real simple. If you get to that buzzing base and touch it before the defense picks up the ball, it is a run. If the defense picks up the ball before the runner reaches the base, it is an out. There's no running around the bases. It's just one or the other. There's no throwing the ball. All that has to happen for an out to be recorded is the ball has to be off the ground, under control, and away from the body before the runner reaches the base. Unlike baseball, instead of 3 strikes in beat ball, you've got 4 strikes and 1 passed ball. And you've got 6 innings is a regulation game, 3 outs per inning, 6 players per side. You can have a designated hitter and a flex for the designated hitter, but you're essentially going to have 6 hitters and 6 fielders at a time. There is a re-entry rule. If you want to sub, you can substitute for 6 outs and then bring a substituted player back in. There are 2 field spotters. Most teams have 2. You're allowed to have 1. When the ball's hit, they can call a number between 1 and 6 to indicate a zone or part of the field where the ball is hit, to give the fielder the first indication of where the ball is going. There is a 40-foot arc behind the pitcher that the ball is required to cross in order to be in fair play. And that's a safety precaution to keep the blindfolded players from running up the back of a pitcher or colliding with a base runner. If there is a chance of a collision, there is a command stop. And when you hear that stop command, it means just what it says, stop, because you won't hear it unless there's some sort of a danger. And here we go. Rosina, top of the 4th, 1-run game.
Aaron C. up. And it's going to be foul as he pops it hard over to the left. Ball back up to Jared. And a little bit of an early swing. Taking that pass. And it's going to be a strike. Jared shaking his head, hands on his hips.
The Gateway Archers and Indy Edge are playing right now as well in the other game involving teams that are still in the championship hunt. The winner of that game plays the loser of this one.
And that is going to be a strikeout for Aaron C. That's his second time.
Second in a row. Second and back-to-back at bats. You don't see that every day. And I count now 3 strikeouts for Jared Woodard, which for most humans isn't that many, but for him, that's a whole game's worth sometimes even a whole day's worth.
Justin Holland once and twice now for Aaron C.
I'm telling you, the Thunder had that one big inning offensively where everything was clicking. Other than that, they have looked a little off their game.
They had a grounder over there. Casey's going to have to move to get in front of it. He slowed it down. He's got it. That is Casey Krause.
Sure, he's not missing those, and that's the difference right now for the Fire. You roll a ball to Casey Krause, he's making the plays. He is one of the best in the business. In fact, I'd say him and Mark Morris would probably be the top 2 shortstops in the game right now, wouldn't you say?
I don't know who would be better. They're both very quick.
Eric Rodriguez is still up there. I guess you'd probably put him in the mix too.
Very adept at just being super instinctive on lining themselves up properly for those outs.
And Casey's only been in the league, about 4 years or so.
Cody Jeffries now. Strike. Yeah, it's just uncanny how they set themselves up over there, some of those shortstops.
Well, you want to have good ears to play that position because you're the first line of defense a lot of times, and you want good communication.
It's going to be another strike. Cody Jeffries.
because you've got defenders behind you, and so, ball's going to get by you, over you, because you're playing at 90 feet, 80 feet, maybe. So you got to know how to talk to your defenders
Teammates.
behind you and let them know.
Okay, here we go. 2 strikes, 1 pass ball. And it's gonna be a nice pop-up. Let's see, Dakota's past her, and let's see if Sean Walker can get to it in time. That's gonna be a run for Cody Jeffries as the Thunder hit the 20s. 20-18 Thunder.
They needed that run after 2 outs. Last thing you want is a goose egg in this situation, and Cody Jeffries, as a leadoff hitter should, comes through with a big 2-out run. I would say they're all big now as we get into the later stages of this one. Now Bueller and Dykes. See if they can have a 2-out rally in progress here.
Thank you. Here we go. Quiet. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a grounder. Casey trying to hit past him, and Justin coming to back him up, and it's going to be too late. That's going to be a run for Zach Bueller. Boom, boom. 1-2. Cody Jeffries, and now Zach took 2 runs for the Thunder as they start their creep away again.
And Gerald Dykes, who's been put out once today and maybe once yesterday that I saw. He's been on fire, and now he's up with a chance to further extend what is now a 3-run lead. 21-18 Thunder, top of the 4th in stereo. Rosina and I have been working together so long, so much now, we can finish each other's sentences, or sometimes at the same time.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
And a nice hard line drive up the middle. John Marges, let's see how it bounces off of him. I can't quite see everywhere it's going. That's going to be a run for Gerald. 22-18, widen up. It's going to be a test for a dead ball. Dead ball, so we will take that run off, back down to 21-18. Gerald will come back.
Well, that's a tough break for Dykes, but he can come back and just do it again. Oh, wait a minute. What is the call now?
It's dead.
It is
not
not dead. So
Okay.
the run holds up. All it has to do,
22-18.
all it has to do is be audible to the umpire as he stands over it with the base on. It doesn't have to be at full beat.
That was not dead, right? Okay, you gotta go.
It's not dead, but it is on life support, and they'll get a new one in.
Justin Holland will come up. So that will be 22-18.
Holland is another one they need to get going. He struck out, and then he had a little ground out, both unusual for him. So Holland, C, and Tyler Rodriguez here as of late have been struggling just a little bit.
At the bat.
But Jeffries, Bueller, and Dykes are cooking.
Set. Ready. Hit.
Grounder, it's going to be foul on the left.
Jared's missing him. And, it's late on in the week. It's warm out. Sometimes players' swings adjust, and sometimes they actually go higher. And if you swing at the waist, you start swinging at the belly button, and just a little bit, just a couple of inches can make all the difference. That's a good hit.
High pop up and deep into center. Mark is trying to set himself up for it, but he is going to have that run. Justin said, no, I'm getting this one, and that is going to take the Thunder 23-18 at the top of the 4th. Aaron C. going to say, now I'm getting my chance to fix things.
Well, let's see if that brings some puffy clouds, because that was kind of a rainmaker. That thing was in the air. He, in the middle of the field, and it hit the ground, and he had 2 steps. He was to the base.
Here we go, Peterbilt.
Subs. You can only play with their.
So
That's what we heard.
Archers and Edge are playing, and it seems the Archers don't have any subs available for that game. So they're athletic, but boy, at this point in the tournament, to not have any subs available, that is rough.
Set. Ready. Hit. Drive.
And that's going to be a strike for Aaron C.
Because we look at the sheets, you don't see any subs. I would have questioned it.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And a nice little short pop-up that's probably it's going to go foul.
Oh,
Yep, they prevented that collision.
that's why you hear the stop command.
He was running for first, and Dakota Hogwood coming up on that ball would have been a collision, but that was prevented. Stopping
that
him just as that rolled foul.
And that was C running down that line.
Yep, Dakota Hogwood coming right up to the line.
Yeah, that wouldn't have ended well for Dakota, unfortunately, because Aaron C used to play football, college football, lower level college football, but football nonetheless, and he is a
I think that's Peggy.
big
Out there
strapping
holding
dude.
his heart.
Yeah,
She's been around for a while.
that's Scott Hogwood's daughter.
20. Bases, please.
So you,
23-18, top of the fourth.
so we explained the stop command, and you just saw it in action, and why?
Aaron taking that pass.
Taiwan game.
Yeah, that is for the protection of the players.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And another one right out to Dakota, going past to Sean Walker. It's bouncing on his feet. He's going to turn around and back. But Aaron C is at the base. 24-18. That's 5 on the board for the Thunder in the fourth.
Well, he hit it on the ground again, which you probably don't want, but he hit it weak side, which you do want.
And have this Thunder started rolling, it looks like.
Those are not bad when it's
Yeah, they've got their act together now. Looks like better. They're either hitting high and hard to the left side, which is the strong side, or they're hitting ground balls through the weak side, which is the right side.
Thank you.
Tyler Rodriguez. Pink
Tyler
arm sleeves.
made the second out before these last 5 have come in. So they can roll their order again like they did in the second if TY can score.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And short pop up in the middle.
Spinning,
Casey coming up
spinning.
on it, and he's going to hold it, and that's out. Casey Kraus with that out, holding the Thunder to that 5. So it is a 24-18 game as we move to the bottom of the fourth. Fire looking for some power.
So Casey Kraus makes it look easy. That thing was spinning off the bat. It sounded like it was a miss hit, and even that ball doesn't fool Casey because he's a stud, and he shuts it down. But that's 5 on the board.
Philly coming all the way in, going to get hydrated before heading to the plate. Thunder huddled up on the first base side as they have a few last minute instructions from Booker. Look at that. Defense on their huddle, and they are now headed out to the field.
Yeah, the Thunder are a little bit more buoyant now with a 6-run lead. That's certainly not safe by any means, but if they can have a strong defensive inning, that's going to kick the door open. Can I modify? Maybe we'll finish in the 30s. Who knows? 24-18 now. It was looking like we were going to go
My
40s
early
or
prediction
something.
was 37, but we'll see.
Ooh.
I don't know why that specific number, but that's what I was thinking. I didn't say anything, but
I
I'm going to
didn't
now.
either. All right, now okay, fine. Then I'll say my, since we're doing it this way, I'll go 39. First to 40 wins.
You guys want to cold water?
Scott Hogwood will be our first up at bat.
Yesterday's game with the Edge and Thunder was 29-28, and as wild as it sounds, there was actually defense being played in that game. It's just both teams were hammering the ball. Today, I haven't been as impressed with the defense really on either side, although Casey has given it a great effort. And Scott Hogwood made one of the better plays of the game.
I don't know who we asked. We need more water over here.
Okay.
Thank you.
But the right side of the Philly defense has been a problem. And at times, the short positions on the Thunder defense have been a problem. Although it looks like it's gotten a little better since they moved Jeffries back over to short left,
Has definitely
moved Roden back
improved.
up to short right, and put Tyler in the middle, where he spent so many years during the Thunder dynasty playing off his older brother Eric's left shoulder. Now they've pushed that position even a little more toward the middle now than they did
Yeah,
back
he is
in those days.
right on the middle line.
Right. Back then he was a left wing, but we're really talking about 15 feet maybe.
Scott Hogwood.
Thank you.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top of the bat with a heck of a swing.
Come on now. What do you say, Scotty? Set. Ready. Pitch.
And way over the top of the bat.
Left field everywhere now.
Scott opening up to pat a little.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a bouncing grounder over to Cody Jeffries. It's past his hands. Aaron C. going to have to back him up. It's behind him. Can he get it? He's got it. Aaron C. for the putout.
Thank you.
Good start to the inning as Aaron C. And he started the game that way, getting Justin Rhines, and he starts the fourth inning with a big putout there. Thunder defense might be about to wake up here.
Sean, guys.
Sean Walker.
As Scott comes back up around.
Straight base, please. Set the field. Bases, please.
And I just got confirmation from the other field. The Archers indeed are playing with no substitutes on a technicality. I'm not sure I feel about that. This late in the tournament, you ought to let them fix it, but
Set. Ready. Pitch. Right.
And just over the bat.
Left field everywhere now. Set. Ready. Pitch.
And bouncing short up the middle. Cody coming over. Adam Rod. Cody has that, and that's going to be an out for Cody Jeffries. 2 in a row for the Thunder, holding the fire.
One short.
Thank you.
One short.
so back-to-back putouts from 2 different positions. And this is a little bit of danger territory, but they got the right guy up now with Casey Krause.
Angles.
Really big moment in this game. Casey could either turn the order or the Thunder would have a shutdown inning, which is just what the doctor ordered.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
He'll take this first one. I'll just go on ahead and predict that. What do you think? Think there's a pretty good
I
chance?
think there's a 99.99999.
And he did.
Imagine that.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be a foul on the ground. Definitely not something he wanted to work with.
Make the plays you're supposed to make.
No, because he's been getting good air on his balls. He's been hitting line drives. And when they're clicking, that's what he's doing. He hits line drives, left, center. Very rarely to right.
Getting a drink of water and pouring some of it down his back while Pat's rubbing off all the moisture from the ball.
In fact, one of the last home run I remember Casey Krause hitting was dead, almost dead center.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And it's going to be on the ground just past Cody as he runs for.
C.
And
Nope.
C not getting it. That's going to be a run for Casey.
C was the only one with a chance at that. Casey's quick. That is a big run for the Fire.
19.
Now it turns the order.
And that's going to bring it back over with Justin coming up to the plate as Casey comes back into his bench, adjusting his socks. Pat bringing that ball in from the field. They do have 2 outs. Trailing by 5. The bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, and we are playing under league, of course, strict league regulations and rules at this point in the tournament. It is amazing to me that a lineup card mistake cost a team an opportunity to use any subs.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of repair work done on base 3. At the moment, we have it hanging out of the mesh speaker hole. I'll feed that back through.
In fact, while we were at the water break, Jerry Wendell and I were reminiscing about a situation that only involved one spot in the lineup where he was mistakenly listed as Jerry Michaels because he appeared between James and Steve Michaels. And the opposing team, which was the Chicago Comets, caught it. And we haven't lived that down. That was in 2012 in Ames, Iowa. And in 13 years, it still comes up at every World Series. In fact, when I get mad at Jerry, I just call him Jerry Michaels, which isn't often.
Ball just over Justin's bat.
Jerry has been one of those that's been helping out with score updates and so forth. So
Just over the top.
they need some contact here as we get back to the game.
Pat's going to wipe his sweat off of his hands and the ball.
Ready, pitch.
And ball dropping way under.
Well, that run doesn't count for more than what it is unless Rhines can follow it up with a run here.
He's going to take a pass on this, bat on the ground.
Ready, pitch. Pass.
They've gone as far as they can go.
It's a do or die moment.
Set. Ready, pitch.
Oh,
And that's going to be a strikeout for Justin, ending the 4th with only 1 on the board for the Fire. Trailing by 5. It's a 24-19 game as we head to the top of the 5th.
so this game was 16-15 after 2. It's now 24-19 after 4. So defense is tightening up a little bit. But that was an inopportune time for your leadoff hitter and one of the best in the game to strike out, because now the door is kicked wide open for the Thunder. Their largest lead going to an inning. They had a larger lead going to the bottom of the inning, but now they've got a 5-run cushion heading to the top of the 5th. And if they can put up any kind of big number here, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the defending world champions.
I'm going to start off with Cody Jeffries again as Jared does some stretches and little short sprints waiting for Philly defense.
Have we, during the water break, did we get a chance to...
Thank all our officials. We certainly did.
Okay.
Our sponsors, some of our sponsors.
We also
and our
thank
officials.
Mind's Eye Radio and Jason Frazier and company and all of Allie and
St. Louis Lighthouse.
Lauren and all of the folks from Mind's Eye and the Lighthouse who've been out here as early as Cassie and myself have, setting up, and we're the first ones here and the last ones to leave. Those are local volunteers, and Mind's Eye Radio in so many ways has been so good to us. From helping with equipment, to helping with sponsorships, to helping organize. Jason Frazier was right there with me for 3 All-Star games in San Antonio, and now they're going to take that and grow it into a
East Coast.
multi-All-Star team event in Virginia this year. We'll see how that goes. I don't know, man.
Jeffries,
I think we've made a lifer in beat ball out of Jason Frazier. What do you think?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
high pop-up. It's going to drop just over Dakota as Scott comes over to grab a hold of that. But Cody Jeffries is at the plate, putting the first up in the fifth for the Thunder, 25-19.
Here we go again now, and the Thunder have momentum. And this is
Zach Bueller.
we've seen it so many times before. If you give them the smallest window of opportunity, they will exploit it.
Give them an inch and they'll take a mile, so to speak.
Or maybe 10.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
And Zach Bueller at the plate. Bouncing grounder over to the right. Scott Hogwood stopping. Is caught on his feet. Can he roll over and get to it in time? No, that's going to be a run for Zach Bueller. 2 up on the board now for the Thunder. It makes it 26-19 with Gerald Dicus coming to back them up. Ball back into possession of Jared's hand as Zach walks across and between pitcher and batter, headed to his bench.
I have to do some math, but I'd be interested to see what the top 3 batters in the Thunder order are, because Jeffries has made a couple outs. Bueller maybe one, not Dicus one.
Here we go.
But they've been the majority of the
A little on the top outside.
Philly could use an out ASAP. Well, Casey Krause has a double play in his career, so
And high
Not
pop
here.
up deep end to
Look
center.
out.
John Marr just trying to set up for it, but he's hit the base. 27-19 as the Thunder do more than inch away from Philly. 2 more and they will be 10 up on them, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Justin Holland coming to the plate.
and now you hear the Thunder boom chant, and that was a bomb by Dicus. And Dicus may be in the running, from what I've seen this week, Dicus may be in the running for a batting title this year. He almost won one back in, I want to say it was 2017, where he was runner-up. Of course, the Thunder have bad batting champions before. Kyle Lewis in 19, Cody Jeffries a couple years ago, Corey White, who's with the Edge, he in 2021.
Pop up foul to Jaden.
But boy, I'd be interested to know who has a higher batting average at this tournament than Gerald Dicus.
The foul on the left.
Speaking of Corey White, he started out like 10 for 10 for the tournament, and he was scoring a lot even today, so he's got to be up there too.
Getting a new ball.
Now we got to get a new one in again. The National Beat Baseball Association is a registered 501c3 not-for-profit organization. All of what we do depends on donations, sponsorships, and volunteers. Equipment is expensive. Bases cost approximately $500. Balls are $37. Anybody who's watching or listening and wants to help us out, we'd sure appreciate it. www.nbba.org/donate. You will be helping blind and sight impaired athletes play baseball.
Pass. You got it. Set. Ready. Hit.
And it's going to be a line drive up the middle. John Marr just landed. He's rolled over the top of it. That's a run for Justin Holland as John is still down on the field. Now he's getting up.
Well, this is starting to look similar to the second inning for the Thunder, where now they're on one of those runs and they're just banging. Now watching it, Jared's already going to be ready to go. Then you get the next guy in the box, and here we go. Wash, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Jared getting possession of that ball. Aaron C. waiting at home plate.
You know what you do to try to stop that fast pace if you want to? Throw the ball to your spotter, roll the ball to your spotter after you pick it up, and let your spotter hold on to it for a little while, maybe walk it in.
Bases, please.
I mean, the San Antonio Jets had all sorts of tricks
Thank you.
that we used to do, at least until the umpire said, hey, knock it off, or I'll charge you a defensive timeout.
And another one right
There's
down
another
the middle
one.
by Aaron C. Can't see what's going on, John.
Deep.
He is safe.
There was a chance deep, but not in time.
Almost had it in his hands, but not quite up until after he had touched the base.
And the route
Up
is
they're
starting to
going
be on again. Well,
down. Let's see. He's going to go down and talk to us.
oh, I don't know. They reversed one already back there, and that's so far out there. He called him safe. Stick with your original call there, wouldn't you?
Now he's going to head to third base. John Margis.
Unreal. Oh, that was
That's
behind
from the field
us.
behind us.
Holy cow, that field's close. I heard it out over there, and I started to turn my head. It's been a long week for your
Safe.
broadcasters, too. They keep the call, and that, to my trained ears, that was the right call.
29-19. That is now Thunder leading by 10 runs. Top of the fifth.
And that is the largest lead of the game now for the Thunder. They had a 9-run lead going to the bottom of the second, as I recall, 15-6. And now they're up 10 and looking for more.
Tyler Rodriguez with a exhale. And it's going to be a strike.
We have a final from the, well, we'll give it to you in a moment. Boy, he's pitching quick.
Pop up short. And Casey coming up on top of that. He's going to have to go a little faster. And
Oh,
that's
he
gonna
beat
be
him out.
safe.
Oh, two friends and former teammates in a foot race to the base and the ball. And that time, Tyler got him in the corner. Boy, those are two of the best. Those are the kinds I love seeing at the World Series. Anyway,
Update on Chicago.
Chicago Comets beat the Oklahoma Lookouts in the 5th place game. So they got their revenge from that first game on Tuesday where Oklahoma won. And that final was 11-8. Is that what I heard? Or 12-9?
11-10.
11-10?
Barely.
So 11-10 Chicago. Chicago will finish 5th. Oklahoma will finish 6th. Both of them will finish far ahead of where they were seated in this tournament. Taiwan finishes 7th. That's exactly where they were seated. BCS 8th, and what a tournament they had. And that's what I know right now. We'll find out.
Thank you.
Cody.
Tomorrow we'll give you the full rundown in the championship game once we have all of the information.
Strike.
Remember, one more game today. Loser of this one plays the winner of Gateway and the Edge. The Edge are playing hurt. The Edge are playing banged up. I know Eric Rodriguez, his knee was bothering him, and Corey White was having a little bit of heat issues, but he usually shakes those off. So they're playing banged up, and the Archers are playing with no subs. It's Friday at the World Series. And Jared's throwing a pitch now about every 10 seconds.
And
There's
it's a
another.
little foul on the right.
Agreed.
Yeah, sorry.
Agreed. It's fun.
Before the umpire.
It's fun for a while, but sorry, scorekeeper Missy Lykowski and I conferring about something. She's been,
Are you agreeing again?
yeah, aren't you amazed how agreeable Missy and I have been all week? I think she only yelled at me once.
And dropping below the swing. And that's going to be an out for Cody Jeffries.
And because I only messed up once, I think we missed an out in one inning, and there was my crack statistician to say, DB.
Zach Bueller up.
I want to go back and play poker at the Chicago Lighthouse.
Yes, please.
We're going to be in Aurora next year. I told them if they give us some money, I'll go play poker every weekend. And give them, hey, man, take mine and donate it to Beat Ball. Because we're going to be in Aurora, Illinois,
Somebody wants my property.
DuPage County, USA.
Dropping just underneath the swing.
Set. Ready. Hit.
There's another strike. Resting that bat on the shoulder.
Set. Ready. Hit. Pass. Come on, guys. Stay in step here. Stay in step. Come on. Set. Ready. Hit.
And a pop. That's going to go foul.
Stop. Mueller.
Ooh,
He wasn't quite as close as Aaron C. was.
it's a quick stop call there.
Yeah, but you're a lot slower than Aaron 6. It's easy for you to slow down.
Pat Krause, very vocal. He's trying to keep his team up. He knows that this is a spot in the game and in the tournament where he really needs to try to keep them focused. Because runs are coming in. It's hot. They've been playing all week.
30-19. Top of the fifth.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And
Ooh, staying alive.
Let's go.
Jared saying, hang on, he's got to wipe a lot of that moisture off the ball.
Set. Ready. Hit.
And that's going to be a grounder up the middle as Casey comes over past his feed. Zach running for the base, and that's going to be a run for Zach. Now 31 for the Thunder.
And the Philly defense, especially in the middle, they're not moving quite as quick as they were a while ago. Where was Margist on that play? Because he needed to be backing up Casey.
Here we go.
He was coming up on him, but he was already at the base. Once it hit the ground and got past Casey, it seemed to slow
Second.
down considerably.
Second defensive timeout of the game now for the Philly Fire, as this one is starting to get a little out of hand.
All right, set in the field. Bases.
Gerald Dicus for the Thunder.
Thank you.
He's been a problem all tournament.
Set. Ready. Hit.
High pop up. See if
That's a
Casey's
problem.
going to drop behind Casey. Justin coming up on it. He's already at the base. Now 32-19. It's a steady leak with the Thunder and their runs.
They're just pouring it on now.
Deal with those. Come on.
Pouring it on. That one-run inning for the Fire really opened the floodgates, and now we've seen, 8 here now, as we got a 13-run lead. 8 runs in the inning now for Philly, or for the Thunder against Philly.
All right, set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
First and third base check.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
High pop up. It's going to be short in the right. Dakota coming up for it, and Justin already at the base. 33-19. Aaron C coming back. Justin stopping to pick up his hat partway through, coming back up to his bench.
As they just keep the line moving now.
Just like a steady escalator.
As they are
over and over.
marching steadily toward another championship Saturday. It'd be their first time in a championship game since 2021. And the famous drive for 5.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Set. Ready. Hit.
Aaron with a pop-up over to Casey Krause as he runs for first. Casey on top of it, and that's going to be an out by Casey Krause.
And that'll end the inning. Fine, and Casey locks it down again, but not before a lot more damage done.
From the Thunder.
I counted What we got? 9.
They were 9 on the board.
9
it's
in
a
that
33-19 game as we move to the bottom of the 5th.
So the Fire, can they come back? Of course they can, but at some point you start running out of outs to play with. And there's 6 outs on the board left for the Fire to play with the Thunder still maybe, depending on what happens in the bottom of this inning, maybe getting a top of the 6th. But the bottom line is, and we know if the Fire go down, they're going to go down swinging. And Pat Krause will keep chucking it until somebody tells him it's over. But this is tough now. You're down 14. They erased a 9-run deficit. This is a little
Philly
different
huddled
here.
up out on the field.
They actually came back from a 15-6 deficit to take the lead briefly.
Hold on.
But boy, it's been all Thunder ever since.
Breaking from that defensive timeout.
Yes.
What inning is it?
Top of 5.
Still have 1 out to go.
33 Thunder.
Oh, that was the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was only the second. It was a defensive timeout.
That wasn't a defensive timeout a few minutes.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is their second for the game.
So that was not, what in the, okay.
The earlier one.
It was quite a long time out not to be one, so this is not the third out. This is a defensive timeout. There's been so many coming in that, frankly, I got lost. It's been a long week, folks.
Hey, what's the score over here, DB?
Tyler Rodriguez up. We're at 33-19.
Rosina drew 33.
Set in the field.
Yes. So let's reset this since I butchered it. 33-19,
Here we go.
top of the 5th, 2 outs.
Ditto.
Tyler up at the plate.
The premise remains the same, though. The Fire will have 6 outs to play with whenever they can get out of this.
That towel coming up, not quite making it.
And that ball,
Wiping off the back grip for Tyler. And tossing the ball in.
Yo.
New ball out to Jared.
these are Fonzie Madrano manufactured balls. I wonder if any fields have gone to the backup Denver balls yet. There are some of those available. They are a slightly different pitch, so you don't necessarily want to do that, but
In the middle of a game.
not in the middle of a game. But I'll bet you there's some games over there at Reinecker this morning that may have had to use some.
Strike as it goes over the top of the bat.
Because you got placement games all the way up through the 19 team. The last ranked team doesn't get one because there's no 20.
And it's going to be a grounder over into right. Scott laying down a little early. It's
Oh,
now past
Scott.
his toes, and that is going to be a run for Tyler. Now double digits for this inning. This is the second time they have done double digits. They did 11 in the second inning, and now they're at 10 in the 5th with Cody Jeffries coming on up.
Scott Hogwood there would have probably done better to keep his feet a little bit longer. T.Y. not running particularly fast, certainly not as fast as down that baseline. You know, and he should be fairly fresh, this being his first game of the World Series. They'll need him tomorrow too. Winner of this game will play tomorrow for a championship, only needing to win one. Thunder won titles in 16, 17, 18, 19. There was no official World Series during the pandemic in 2020, and they won it in 21.
And a line driver at Scott Hogwood bouncing off his hand. John Marr just going just past it, and that's going to be a run for Cody Jeffries. They now have 11 up in the 5th, making that a 35-19 game at the top of the 5th.
Oh, Hogwood knocked it deadened it. I mean, it hit him somewhere.
It hit his hand, and then
just
it
wonder
went
if-
off of it. John Marr just was jumping down to go for it, and it went the other direction.
Yeah, you just
after the
wonder
hand.
if he might have inadvertently, I mean, he's trying to make a play, but deflected it away from Margist. And maybe if he doesn't get a hand on that, you never know, but maybe Margist makes the play. That's just bad luck. I mean, you're trying to make a play, and that's a hot shot. I've had it happen to me in my career before, where you try to make a hand play, and you realize, okay, well, if I'd left that alone, the next one would have gotten it. Or you slide in front of a player and you screen them.
Zach Bueller.
Bueller's been a problem child too here.
I'm sure the Thunder doesn't see it that way.
Oh no. He's been there since 2016. He's stuck around.
Strike as that goes over.
Bueller had to miss a couple of years. One, he was training for the Paralympics. In fact, he missed their drive for 5. And then he had some knee injury issues.
Pop up into the middle,
He's healthy
just
now. Holy
behind
cow.
Scott Hotwood. John Marr just missing it, and it's going to be a run for Zach as they now beat their runs in the second inning as they now put up 12 in the 5th. And they are at 36 now, getting a little closer to that 37.
You're getting closer to that 40. I said first team to 40. You said 37. They're at 36 now with 2 outs in the 5th. May or may not have to bat again in the 6th, depending on what the Fire do. But now they're going to need a big inning just to stay within the run rule. Otherwise, we would go straight from the 5th to the bottom of the 6th. And the 12-run rule, and we're not there yet. It wouldn't take effect until the end of the inning. But if a team is
looking a little worn out there on the field. Pat checking on him, and he's waving him off, but he looks a little shaky.
you give him the 12-run rule preview if we have a second, which we're not going to because here comes Jared again, and he's ready to pitch. I'll tell you what, we'll wait and we'll explain the mercy rule if we get there. I hope we don't.
And knocking it out over into right. John Marr just slowing it down, but Gerald tumbling head over heels over first. It is now 37-19 Thunder.
18-run game lead now. That's a baker's dozen in the inning, and it seems like the sand is starting to run out of the Philly Fire hourglass.
Let's go. 10 for 9.
And Pat Krause is taking Casey out finally. Whatever he saw,
We got a sub.
he is taking, and it's his son too. So, and he didn't give him a choice there. He said off the field now. 4 words, off the field now. Pat, he's been around sports his whole life, probably. Shoot, he isn't, he knows what he's seeing. He knows what he's looking at. And Casey is one of those players where, it's like being a boxer, and you got to have a manager in your corner because you don't know the fight is. You don't know you're in trouble until you're really in trouble. And in this kind of heat, even for a young guy like him, you just wonder how it's affecting these other guys. They've been out here forever. Thunder have had an 11-run inning, and they've had a 13-run inning. There's your 37.
I'm just waiting for
Let's see, number 10.
That's Megan Fink.
So Fink back in. So they must not have, first of all, well, you don't want to burn the DH and DF in this situation. Well, Coughlin can't play DF because they have him DHing. So
All right, here we go. Ready, Missy?
Nick Silver just must not be available,
Number
Rosina.
53.
And now the
Going in,
Thunder.
number 37.
Well, I would say they're going to their bench, but he's just a super sub. That's Kyle Lewis, who homered on Wednesday. So Lewis for C.
And then
See what else Booker's going to
Jay, what was Chris for? Yeah.
And-
Number 39 out. Tyler Rodriguez, number 8. Chris Dunleavy
do.
is
So pencil Chris
Philly, you get
Dunleavy
that, Philly?
into the sixth spot in the order. Pencil Lewis into the 5.
in. Slow this down anymore.
Does he list the positions on the roster sheet?
Got sub 37 in for 53, 8 in
No.
for 9.
No.
So I put
I'm giving him the same position as the person next to him.
okay.
I was going to say not for 9. But, okay.
All right, we set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
And if the scorekeepers
Justin
ever
Holland.
change this scoring system back to the way it used to be, I'm all for it.
Strike 10.
It's going to be a strike.
All right.
Booker giving Justin a little bit of coaching there at the plate.
So those were the first 2 subs in for the Thunder this game.
Strike.
Yes.
Right now,
You know what Kevin Simpson used to do when we would get a lead like this and he didn't want to wear us out? He'd turn around and make us bat from the opposite batter's box.
Pass.
Taking a pass.
You know, because after a certain point, you know you've got a championship game tomorrow. You don't want your studs to keep having to run bases. Anything can happen. But at the same time, you don't want to strike them out on purpose. And you don't want to just sub everybody out at one time if you can help it either, because the Fire have, a lot of firepower.
Yep.
Right.
Still a chance. It's going to be a grounder short. Megan coming up on top of that, and she's got it, and that is an out. Megan Fink.
Well, that's a put out for one of our Women of Our League members in a big game like this. So that's a bright spot there. Silver lining in what is otherwise a very dark cloud as the Thunder is booming 37
to 19.
to 19.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th. And let's have a quick hear from some of our sponsors before the Thunder head out onto the field.
Blind Institute of Technology is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Is your business stuck in a slump? Still struggling with outdated systems while the competition runs up the score? Step up to the plate with Blind Institute of Technology, the MVP behind equitable training and job placement, digital accessibility consulting, and Salesforce expertise. Through their federally registered apprenticeship program, BIT trains and places professionals with disabilities into high-impact Salesforce and digital accessibility roles, helping businesses build a stronger team, more accessible systems, and a culture that wins. Visit blindit.org and let's build a better lineup together. Vision Corps is proud to be a home run club sponsor for the National Beat Baseball Association World Series Game of the Day. Vision Corps hires with the belief that vision loss shouldn't be a barrier to personal and economic independence. Join a championship caliber team with Vision Corps. We offer remote and on-site positions with our professional service department. Get started by emailing jobs@visioncorps.net.
Thank you from those sponsors, and we're just about finished swapping up the field. Thunder out on defense, and we have the Philly Fire ready to bat in just a moment. Pat getting a couple tosses with that ball, and Jordan running out to the far field for umping. And I believe we're going to have a couple subs possibly here for the Fire, just waiting to see what happens.
37, I got a call.
So the Fire are going to need a minimum of 7 runs now in this inning to get it back under. Otherwise, they will be batting their 6 remaining outs. 7 runs is nothing to them, but they just seem like they're wearing down. 11 for 12.
So here we go. Here's the 11. Nick
Silver finally into the
for Mike
game.
Coughlin, so he'll be in the number 2.
And he'll replace Coughlin, so switch hits sometimes. You might be replacing a lefty with a lefty, you might not.
He's at the right-hand side currently.
All right, so here he goes.
Nick Silver for his first at bat.
Bases again, please. Thank Thank you.
First time.
Again, we're at 37-19, bottom of the fifth.
First time we're seeing the veteran Nick Silver in this game. Local.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
High pop up. Let's see if that stays fair. And that's going to be foul.
That would have been a run if that's fair,
That
because
was-
Silver's fast.
Yeah, he was already almost down there.
He's a St. Louis native, Nick Silver. He's got a couple of kids who are volunteers on this team. He came up originally with a team called the St. Louis Firing Squad, now defunct. Played there a year or two, then went on to the RHI Extreme. Appeared in a championship game for them. They lost to the Blackhawks back then. That was before the Jets formed. And then moved over to the Indy Edge for a few years. Chicago Comets for a year, back to the Edge. Then over to the Philly Fire, and he's found a home in Philly. He's been here for several years and won a ring. His only championship ring with the Fire. And now performing near his hometown.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
High pop up. It's going to be deep into left behind Cody. They're running for it. Chris Dunleavy, I believe, with that put out.
Wow, just in the
8.
game, Chris Dunleavy guns Nick Silver by a half a step, just an eyelash.
Yep, Chris Dunleavy. Thank you for the put out.
What a play by Dunleavy, just in the game. Even Coach Booker duly impressed.
John Martin is coming up to the plate. That is the first out.
So Dunleavy, it appears, went into Aaron C's position on the field, right?
He did, because he went in. And then Kyle Lewis is in the center, in the mid.
All right. And Lewis, we saw him playing that mid yesterday against the Edge. And he was sucking
He
up
was doing
balls.
pretty good.
Sure was.
Thank you. Here we go.
One out.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And just over the top of the bat.
Left field everywhere, guys. Set. Ready. Pitch.
And bouncing up and hitting Pat right in the chest.
He took one for the team. That was going to be a bouncing ball right out to the short players there. So
Didn't even try to turn away. Got straight in front of him and right up to his chest.
there's some gamesmanship there, you know.
Wiping the ball off with the towel and stepping back up for Johnny Ma.
All right, here we go. Set. Ready. Pitch. Drive.
And that's going to be a strike as that goes over the center of the bat.
Your toes now, right here. 30. Yeah, 30. Yeah. Hit me, dead ball. Right, I had 20 when it hit you.
Don't ask me.
Huh? I got 30, guys. Set. Ready. Pitch.
Taking a pass.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And strike. That's out.
That's not good, not at this point of the game. So now they got 4 outs to play with here. Still trailing by 18.
Yes. And Scott Hogwood up to the plate.
Doing some 5th grade math here, which is about as far as I went in math. But
I
yes,
believe Cesar will be coming in also.
37 minus 19 is 18.
Thank you. Here we go.
Lescano, yeah, we haven't seen Lescano. There's another
In the
one.
batter's box.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And Scott rips it deep into the mid-right. And there Justin scrambling for it. It's out of his... He is safe. Scott Hogwood making them up into the 20s now. 37-20.
It's a nice poke there, and that's the first run they've scored. They've only scored 2 runs in the last couple innings.
Wait, are they going to call that out?
Oh, wait a minute.
Darnell, what was that number? Is that Holland?
He was safe.
Oh, was it safe? Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought he was safe.
Thank you.
It was a run on a double call. Is that what? Or was he just naturally safe? I don't know. I'm hearing people yell double call from the Fire. Either way, it's a run.
And now we have Cesar Lescano up to the plate.
It's a run anyway, so I don't know what other than some frustration, I don't know what the argument about is. Double call's a run, but he scored anyway.
I'm not sure who Cesar is in for.
You don't get anything extra if you score a run on a double call, so I think there's just some frustration now.
Must be in for Sean Walker.
Who's that now, Cesar?
Cesar.
I didn't. It's 26 for somebody. Yeah, he's in the 5 spot.
Dropping a little low.
Cesar was usually like first off the bench for them, so not today though.
And rips it all the way deep into right. Justin running for it. It's bounced off his fingers, and that's going to be a run for Cesar. 37-21 now. Thunder leading at the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs on the Fire. Megan Fink coming up.
Now you got Megan Fink, and to score against the Thunder, her best bet is to do what we were seeing Hillary Oswald do yesterday. Dink it into a coffin corner or put it real short and try to win the race to the bag, although she's got decent speed. She's not as fast as Hillary. But that would be her best bet because it's just the speed.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Yeah, it's going to be just under the bat.
Go, Cody. Left field everywhere now. You ready? Set. Ready. Pitch.
Popping it up right just by Cody, just behind him, and he's scrambling back to go get it. And that's going to be a run for Megan Fink and the Fire.
Well, she dinked over there because you know what? I think Cody was playing a little too shallow.
37-22 at the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and Justin runs.
And another defensive timeout for the Thunder. That is going to be their second of the game. As they want to make sure they shut this down now. Last thing Jared wants to do is come out and pitch in the top of the 6th if he can help it.
I don't think that's a defensive time.
No?
Nope, they're going to continue.
Okay, I could have sworn I just heard Jaden say second defensive timeout, but okay, so then it was. It's just a fast one.
Very quick.
Big Silver, you're on deck. Let's get there.
Nick, come here. Pay attention, bro. Come on.
All right. Yeah, you see some emotions now on the Fire sideline. That's not going to help them, though.
Purple socks.
They got to shake it off. They got to play another game. We could still see them tomorrow, but they're just going to have to bounce back and forget about this.
And it's going to roll back foul.
Fouled back. On schedule.
Cody, left shoulder in, Cody. There.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if Cody plays at his natural depth instead of cheating up on Megan Fink, he probably makes that play. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Ready. Pitch.
It's bouncing short. Cody, it's caught in his arms. He's rolling around. It's on his back, and he's
Correct.
got it. Cody Jeffries rolled over and pulled that up for the out. That is 3 outs. So we are now going to go in jumping to the bottom of the 6th.
And so now we're in that 12-run mercy rule, which is real simple for this game because there's only 3 outs left. So unless now the Fire will stay into bat, and unless they catch up in these next 3 outs, the game is over. If somehow they were to do that, then the Thunder would come up to bat, and essentially the 6th innings would flip-flop. The idea of this is you don't want games getting too out of hand or taking too long when they're lopsided, but you also want player participation and all that. So rather than just having a hard mercy rule like you see in most baseball, softball leagues, like 15 runs after 4 or 10 runs after 3 or whatever, it's just straight 12 runs. And then the team that is behind gets to bat until they either use up their outs or tie or take the lead.
So now we have Ronald Hawthorne in for the Fire.
And now they're just going to empty their bench completely as Ron Hawthorne, who is a former Olympic gold medalist. He's our world champion caliber, what is it, judo?
Martial arts.
Yeah.
Time for the traffic on the road.
All right, here we go.
And you can tell, look at his upper body. For a small dude.
Just underneath.
Now, I knew Ron Hawthorne back when we were young because we were in the same wrestling conference and near the same weight class. He was a little bit lower weight class than me.
Ready, pitch.
It's going to be
And he's
bouncing.
gonna
I
ground this
don't
out.
believe that's going to go. That's going to stay foul.
Okay, I want, and I need Cody and Adam to communicate.
Little communication issues still
Booker
on the short.
not letting off the intensity whatsoever because he doesn't want them developing any bad habits in a game like this when they have to play tomorrow. Especially, and we don't know, but if it ends up being an Edge Thunder rematch of that slobberknocker we saw yesterday, they're going to need all they can get. And so Booker doesn't want them developing bad habits. He wants them playing the same way they'd play if this were a tie game. And that's why he's a 5-time world champion coach, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Ron Hawthorne. It's 37-22.
Set, ready, pitch.
And it's going to... it's rolled
Just
fair.
crept over the line.
He's got to get to that base, and Adam, he's going to have it.
Well-
Adam not quite on top of that, and that's going to be a run for Ron Hawthorne.
For all of Booker's pleading, there wasn't a whole lot of nothing said, and he didn't get up there fast enough.
For number 17.
Now they're just unloading the bench here.
Number 17.
So that is Dakota.
15 coming in for 17.
Gina Natoli will be coming in for John Martin.
Ah, we saw her in the Wool game. She is the other half of Johnny Margist.
All right, we're setting the field. Faces, please. Thank you. Thank you.
As it is hot out here now, folks, even in the shade.
Gina.
Set, ready, pitch.
And a little bit early.
Left field everywhere. I need the short piece on the top now.
Set, ready, pitch.
And just tipping off and rolling back into Ricardo's hands.
Booker will coach down to the last out regardless of the score. Although I can tell you with a fair degree of certainty,
Ready, pitch.
we'll get back to that.
Early swing.
I think I can tell you with a fair degree of certainty, now that he is the tournament director-elect, as it were, that he will not be the head coach of the Thunder next year. He committed that he would not do both.
Pass.
He could change his mind. There's no rule saying he can't, but I believe him. So I don't know whether that, I don't know how that, I don't know if that helps the Thunder, but
And that's going to be a
there's a
strike.
strikeout of her. Now we're going to go even deeper into our bench, and this is now Matt
Colas.
Colas, K-A-U-L-I-U-S, pronounced Colas. Thanks to my partner, because I did not have it written down phonetically, and I have never seen Mr. Colas play. I believe if he's not a rookie, he's a...
Says yes, he is a rookie.
He is, okay.
Bases, please.
I think I
Colas.
saw him a little bit in the Beast of the East tournament, one of the legs of it, but not much. And I don't know that they have anybody else they haven't gotten in this game.
And just barely tapping in. We're at 37-23. Thunder leading at the bottom of the sixth. One
Yeah.
out in on the Fire.
Yeah, there's nobody left on the Fire bench that has not appeared in this game. Mike Jackson is on their roster, but he's not here.
Huh.
Oh,
No.
thought maybe I was getting a score update or
Oh,
something.
no.
I felt something on my
Oh,
shoulder,
probably
but
my towel.
it's okay.
Go. 10. Set. Ready. Pitch. Double.
And tapping down, dropping foul.
Cody, be ready. Adam, just in case, off now.
Thunder only brought 2 in off their bench. They didn't go that deep. They want to make sure they get this, as we are now in the run rule.
And it's going to be a short pop-up over by Cody.
It's
He's gonna
bouncing
have to
away from
creep
him, though.
around, and he's got
Nice
it.
play.
Cody for that out. There's now 2 outs for the Fire.
That's tough. That was fading a little, but he got it.
One short.
And Thunder 1 out away
One short.
from a trip back to championship Saturday.
Back.
Fire would not be done yet. They would have a chance to get there, but they would have to beat the winner of the Edge and Archers.
Cesar getting the correct bat.
The Fire hung around early, and in fact, they had a big inning.
Coming in.
Another
number
sub.
26.
Dakota is in for Cesar.
I think it's just, she's just going to hit, I believe now she hits just for the DH. She's the designated fielder, I believe.
And I've just gotten word that a young guy from the Archers, Zion Prince, who just missed a couple times on Tuesday, has gone deep for Gateway in that game against the Edge. First home run of his career. Congratulations, Zion Prince. Boy, that's a prospect, too. The Archers turning out a couple of prospects. Nate Lawson and Prince. They had Caleb Wright, who's now moved on to the Edge. But how about that for that young man?
Set. Ready. Pitch. Double.
Just tipping on that.
Cody, Chris.
37-23. 1 out left for the Fire. Dakota Hogwood.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Pop up short, and that is going to be
Nope.
foul. Dakota coming back up to home plate.
Even with the Zion Prince home run, the Edge lead the Archers 19-12. Winner moves on to this afternoon's game. Loser finishes 4th.
Right. On your toes, guys. On your toes. When you play, that's what's going to happen.
Here we go.
Quick kick at the dirt.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
Taking that pass.
Not here. On your toes.
Everything's up to date in Edwardsville. We've gone about as far as we can go. If you've ever seen the musical Oklahoma, everything's up to date in Kansas City. Here's the pitch.
Double.
Foul.
She's hanging in there. She won't go down easy. She wants to put one in play. Thunder are ready to celebrate.
Set. Ready. Pitch.
And that's going to
that's
be a
it.
strike, and that is 3, and that is the game. 37-23, Thunder.
The Thunder, with a offensive clinic, have now clinched a spot in tomorrow's championship game, and they will await the winner of these Philly Fire, who now drop down to the elimination game against either the Edge or the Archers, and the Edge are winning over at their field. So we will have that third place game for you. It was scheduled for 2 o'clock. My sense is it may start a little later than that, but whenever it does, and if there's any changes, we will update you. But for right now, that should be the game coming up. Philly Fire against somebody for a shot at the Thunder tomorrow. But for the Indy Thunder, congratulations. Man, there were a lot of great players in this game. I'm going to give the player of the game to Jared Woodard. Anytime you can get a team to score 37 runs in 5 innings, they didn't even bat a 6th inning. Yeah, I think you deserve it. That's averaging almost 7.5 runs an inning. So what do you think, Rosina? Jared for this one?
I do also. That being able to place those swings and landing them in those pockets in right field, superb pitching all around.
They kept it close. The Fire kept it close for the first few innings, but that 4th inning just killed them. Well, the bottom of the 3rd, really. And then the Thunder just opened up with 13.
And you heard their chant earlier about the Thunder rolls, and they certainly did.
Case
They rolled
closed.
right over the top of this with their 37-23 win. Both teams congratulating out on the field. Well done by everybody. If you're out here for another game, stay hydrated.
Thanks, everybody.